welcome to another episode of SDS. Now, we are here for a very, very interesting / fun topic, and I know a lot of you guys are rubbing your hands right now because you like these theme of videos. It is the top 10s, but we are today doing the top 10 greatest footballers of all time. Now, I know this will end up being very controversial. I don't doubt it. There'll be a lot of talking points that come out of this because, you know what? Listen, unless we've been in time machines, it's impossible for us to have watched every single player on this list.
Well, not impossible. Not that impossible.
I was waiting how early it came.
Some people don't need a time machine. Let's be real.
He's watched all 10 players, bro.
I watched them all.
We are aware of the fact that a lot of these players we're going to be talking about today, we might not have actually watched week in, week out. But what we can promise you is that you are listening to 4 people that love the beautiful game that is called football. 4 people that at least have done some due diligence in all the years that we've been watching football, while watching videos, hearing stories, and so on and so forth, to at least have some sort of opinion on some of these players. So we are doing our top 10 greatest players of all time. You guys can be involved in the comments below. Get involved in the discussion. And yeah, let us know what you think. But before we get started, massive thank you to StockX for powering this video.
Hey.
And secondly, let me choose the table. Right next to me, my vice captain. It is a man who's just made his move to Manchester City and he's still blessed us with his presence.
Respect
Hey, this is Cherokee post-retirement.
Remember I said about a time machine?
Cherokee if you never made it.
Bonjour.
If Pep didn't say
Bonjour. You know what I mean?
Speak French to my brother Lias.
This ain't Turkey, man.
Bonjour, croissant. Bonjour, mama. Bonjour.
Why did he just say croissant?
Bonjour, croissant.
L-face.
Luffy's. That's what he's got.
The face, yeah. Opposite him, it is a football historian. He likes to call himself a football expert.
Whoa.
I like this. Keep going.
Hold on. You know why I said that? I'm doing this thing this summer, right?
Yeah.
For this one thing. They said, how do you want to be introduced? And one of the options they gave me was football expert. I said, do I have a PhD in this or something?
Why not? You've won Mastermind twice.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that makes you an expert.
You know what I mean? Listen.
No. Expert is crazy.
It's Lias!
Hey, come on.
And last but definitely not least, if we're doing a video like this, where we're going to be talking about some of the greatest players in the history of football, I would be doing a disservice to you guys and to the podcast and the world of SDS if I didn't bring this guy on. We need as much history knowledge as possible, and there's no better way to go with history by bringing in someone who's lived it. It's Fuad!
Father Time himself.
What was Stecca in 86 like, man? You gotta tell us about that.
Incredible. Over 100k. Listen,
Crazy.
very few stadiums back then that held that much, but hey.
Can I say something before we start this list?
Yes,
Because
you can.
I can already imagine the comments, by the way, for this. I can imagine Twitter. It's gonna be rough. Yeah. Yes, most of these players we're gonna talk about today, we have not seen live in the flesh. Some people might have put players they've never seen.
Sure.
But I think, and we're talking about this in the car, football is the only sport where today fans don't like giving flowers to the generation of past. In basketball, there's always conversations about top 10, and they put guys like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem, all these guys. And it's more of an appreciation of like, yes, although like, okay, we're not saying put them in this era right off the bat, they would adapt. You have to respect what they did in that era as well, too. We're appreciating greatness in what they did.
Facts.
And also, I can't lie, man. I think if you really love football, or if you really love anything, you're going to do a lot of research into it. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I remember growing up watching Football's Greatest.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
and if you want to watch that, it's all over Sky Sports if you
Yes.
want to watch that. I remember talking to my dad about stuff. I remember reading magazines about stuff. So I'm not saying you gotta go as far as me, because me, I'm tapped. I do some crazy shit. But I
Bro's
feel like
watching 1974 World Cup
I'm
finals,
tapped.
bro.
I'm saying don't go as far as me. But I think you can have an appreciation for what came before you if you really love the game. So.
And listen, I think on an episode like this as well, I mean, we were talking before, I like the fact that everyone's done their kind of due diligence, done their research. I was like, even for guys it's good to just refresh your memory.
Can I tell you guys how far I went for this, right?
Go ahead.
This is how much I took this seriously. This was me and my dad
On FaceTime.
3 or 4 hours ago. It's a bad picture of him, so I'm sorry, right? I'm doing him dirty here.
Yeah.
But 3 or 4 hours ago, I gave him a ring. I was like, who are the top 10 footballers you've ever seen? And he was giving me names left, right, and center.
Puskas.
Hey, he's not that old. And he just violated my...
The 50s. 50s.
Stanley Matthews.
Yo,
What? His dad is what? It's
Yo,
70,
we got the
80.
Puskas award for a reason, you know.
No.
Just violated my dad.
He's talking about the age. He's talking about the age.
Madrid guy not respecting Puskas as well. Come on.
He's talking about the age, Haywan. He's talking about the age.
What, is that come
The
from the
age.
50s?
How
My dad ain't born in the 50s.
He's talking about the actual age, bro.
No, my dad's born in the 50s.
That's how much I was into this. I was
Nah, I
like,
hear you.
That-
he was throwing me names left, right, and
Yeah.
center, man. So.
You can't have dads born in the 50s.
He's looking like it's extreme. I'm like, yo.
That's crazy.
Mine ain't though. I can't lie.
Yeah. But yeah, listen, like Leah said, we did, and I can look around this table and actually and say, look, there's people on this table that do know what they're talking about somewhat, right? We're no experts, like I said at the start,
Yeah.
but we all love football and we all on this table at least have enough knowledge.
Enough, yeah. We're
And
not-
in our time to watch football to be able to talk about these people. But I'd love to hear your comments. Before we do get into it, let me explain how this works. I know top 10, we've done it loads of times on SDS, but there are always fresh new people that come and tune into an episode of SDS. So this might be your first time, and if it is, by the way, make sure you press subscribe because a lot of people watch our videos and not subscribed. Right now on the screen, we've got the data. You can see it. This is how many people aren't subscribed and how many are.
Bang.
So please subscribe. We'd love it. We just hit 300,000 subscribers. We want to hit 500. We wanna hit 500k because SDS is the whole world. We bring you podcasts. We even have a football team now. That's one of the greatest. We even have one of the greatest football teams in the world right now. You know. You know when you join SDS, you're joining the whole world. You know, you're joining the Green Army. So please join us if you're on SS Ultra, Green Army, whatever you want to be. Join us. Now the way this works is we have reached out to a lot of people. A lot of them are
Reached out. It's crazy.
a lot of them are from the podcast.
People volunteered, fam.
Yeah, but a lot of them are from the podcast, some aren't, but friends of the podcast, and we've asked them to send their top 10 list of every footballer in history. So the names that are involved in this video are everyone on this table, so myself, Fuad, Lias, and Faisal, along with Liban, Fuizi, Hussein, producer of the show, Hasib, producer of the show, Shu'aib, producer of the show, AV, my cousin, also has been on the podcast a few times. Star Player and Abs, also a big part of SDS and members of SDS podcast. And KGD.
Huh?
Who?
Okay, so
Huh?
let me explain. My personal trainer, a good friend of mine, but also my personal trainer who hasn't watched football in at least 10 years. So I would have to ask Hasib why he's allowed KGD to infiltrate this list. Because the reason why I'm a bit confused about this is because every single person who's given names, their vote matters, okay? They've all sent in a list of the top 10 and we've got a point system, and if your player, so if you put a player in first place, that player gets 10 points. Your second place player gets 9 points. Third place player gets 8 points, and so on and so forth. The data we've collected from all these people, we have a final score for each player. So if one person's infiltrating this list, that can affect that player's overall score.
Always have one person that jeopardizes these lists as well.
Yes.
KGD gonna have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Bro, Leighton Baines is going to be third or something.
What'd you call me?
Huh?
Say no more. Say no more. I even made the pronunciation perfect, so no one can do anything about it. Say no more. And the thing is, I knew it was coming as well too. I knew it was coming.
Actually, well played. Well
That's
played.
why you got to subscribe to SDS, guys. But yeah, now you guys understand how to.
You know what I was about
You're
to say,
laughing
I was
too.
like,
You're
I
laughing too
cannot
hard as
say-
well. You're laughing way
Yeah,
too
whoa,
hard.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
He was enjoying
You know what I
that.
was about to say? I was like, do not mess the pronunciation of this.
If I said that, damn,
With your English, you gotta slip up.
damn, cancelled.
But yeah, so you guys understand how this works now. We've been leading you guys on for way too long. Let's get into this list. Before we even get to our top 10, let me tell you how many players actually even made this list. I would love to know, Hasib, because there's a lot of players that are joint finishers. 29 players have made our top 10 list. So 29 different names have been put into this video by everyone that's
I don't think it's a
been able to
bad
give a
thing.
list.
There's a lot of great
Which
players.
means there's a lot, of course, there's a
Yeah.
lot. This is the entire history of at least
Yeah.
the last 100 years plus of football. Okay, so let's get into it. And we'll talk about a little bit about everyone, but up until the top 10, we'll kind of make it a bit fast. Maybe a couple notes, especially if you had someone in that's not in top 10, we'll talk about them a bit more. We have 4 players that made 19th place.
Okay.
I didn't say it's 29, but once people make joint places, it comes down to lower. those 4 players only got 1 vote in 10th place. So those 4 players got 1 point. If you guys remember how the point system works, you get 10th place, you get 1 point. So all 4 of these players will vote for 1 person each and put them 10th each. So they end up with 1 point.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't like that sign. That sign is crazy.
Okay, no, we'll get through this one pretty quick. Someone's already tried to infiltrate this list, so we'll get past this one pretty quick. Unbelievable player, by the way. In 10th, had put this guy in 10th place with 1 point. Kazai Sterling.
You know what? Here's the thing. It actually crossed my mind to put him on the list. You know what? I'm not gonna be the troll.
I hear it.
Who put him in?
But I hear it.
I hear it.
It's actually valid.
Listen.
I hear it.
Listen, every single player on this list, actually not every single player because for the reincarnation, but almost every single player on this list, including Kazai Sterling, has played in the Champions League. So he deserves to be in this list.
100%. Pele didn't play in the Champions League.
That's almost. Even Pele didn't. But yeah, Kaz has played in the Champions League, so he can be on this list. But KGD put him in 10th. What an introduction to this list, KGD.
Nah, fairs. You know what? I like that. I like that from KG.
KGD put him in 10th. All right, Kazai Sterling, great player. SSFC, probably the best player this season. But joint with Kazai Sterling with 1 point are 3 players. Eden Hazard.
What?
If you say the name Abs Busquets, I'm going to his address after this
Abs
episode.
did not put Eden Hazard in this
I'm
list.
going to his address after this episode.
Who the hell? Who put Eden
It
Hazard?
makes sense. It's the youngest person who's involved in making this list. Or being involved in the list.
Who?
He sat right there. It's my little brother, Shoaib.
I'm not in my caveat.
He put Eden Hazard.
He's not your
What's
brother,
your
bro.
caveat?
It's
What's your
Shaib.
caveat?
Shaib.
What's his reason? He said so. He's done a list based on
I
only
still don't see the
players
top
he's
10 players
watched.
you've ever seen.
Shaib.
So he's done his list based on
2020,
players
He's not
he's
your
watched.
brother. He's not your brother.
You see today,
No, he's not your brother, bro.
us
He's
old
not.
heads are educating you young
He's not.
heads.
Why you? He's not his brother, bro. You got adopted, bro. You must have been adopted or something, bro. You're not your brother, bro.
I didn't get adopted, but I probably failed as a brother.
You failed.
I didn't give him the
You failed.
education
You
of football.
failed, bro. How's that his top 10?
Hazard.
Why are you in this list then?
Why are you here then?
It's Asim's fault. Asim reached out to people to be on this list.
Why did he reach out to you?
Nah, he's one of those that volunteered.
All right, yeah.
He went to text Luca, that's why.
Nobody reached out to him. He volunteered.
We'll move on because the viewers want to get to the top 10 as quick as possible. Also in 19th with 1 vote, in 10th place with 1 point, Paul Scholes.
Don't disrespect Scholes. That's fun. That's a great midfielder.
He's
But-
cool. He's
but
cool.
I think
He's
we're
cool.
talking a different.
Yeah.
Paul Scholes.
If we were doing Premier League, I hear it.
Got 1 point.
I
doing Premier League, I hear
Ginger baby. Come on. Let's do it.
Yeah, Paul Scholes.
Abs.
Do you want to know who put him in?
Abs.
Busquets. Has to be.
Not only have I failed as a brother,
Your cousin.
I failed as a cousin.
Yeah.
It's AV.
That family tree.
I love Scholes, but top 10 ever.
That
That's a lot.
that family tree, fam.
Stick to fabrics. Stick to textiles. Stick to the little
I'm telling you,
sewing
bro,
machine.
When that new Primo pants drop I'm there, bro. But anything other than
Hey
that,
man,
real, man.
getting back in the sweatshop. Come on, bro.
And guys, it goes from bad to worse. And I promise you, after this name, it's serious names on this list. So
Okay.
viewers, and look, there's first-time viewers here. So I really apologize for the behavior or the people that are part of this show.
We're a serious
But after, I'm just gonna say this name and we're gonna move on. We're not gonna talk about it. After this name, I promise you, hand on heart, I've looked on the list. It's all serious names. Like I promise you. So don't click off and think I tuned in to watch Real Football Talk and it's this rubbish. Okay. Also in 19th for 1 point, it's Divock Origi. So let's move on.
Is that Fuizzi?
It's who is he?
Stop, yo! I'm starting a petition. No,
No,
this can't
we're
continue.
gonna move on.
This cannot continue, bro.
We're taking him out back. We're taking him out back after this
We're
episode.
gonna move on because
Like
we're.
Lenny from Mice and Men.
Yes. Just look into the distance. Yeah.
What? Divock Origi.
We're gonna I don't even want to give that in.
Just
We're gonna
yeah.
move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, now let's get into 18th. We've got 4 people that are also now in 18th place. All 4 of these people have 2 points. So some of them have 2 points because they got 9th place by 1 person, and some have 2 points because 2 people put them in 10th. So 1 point. But doesn't matter how they got there, they got 2 points. The first one with 2 points in 18th place, one of the joint 18th place, Maldini. Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, great.
Respectable shout.
Only one person had him in,
Respectable
and he had him in the 9th. No one else had him in.
Who had him in?
KGD.
I don't want. No, but that's a good shout.
No,
I'm
no,
not-
no,
not
no,
mad at that
10.
No, I'm
all time,
surprised.
Maldini can
he
be
was,
in that
he
list.
was a contender in mine, and then I was like,
Facts.
I can't do the defenders
Can I
thing.
tell,
Not on this
can I
list.
tell you this? I would
Yeah.
say the way I did my list, I think there's 7, maybe even 8 that I think most people should have. But then those last 2 to 3 places, I think
Interchangeable.
But like,
Yes.
bro, you could put 50 players.
100. I
So
fully agree.
Maldini's definitely one of those
Ask Asif.
players.
I think I swapped like 3 or 4 times.
Maldini's one of those
Yeah.
guys. He can
I'm
show
surprised it was KGD who put Maldini in this list. First.
But guess what? That's probably when he was last watching football.
Yeah, it's been a while. He said he used to watch football growing up.
First.
Okay, also in 18th place, this guy got nominated by 2 people, but both in 10th. So he got 2 points that way.
This is my guy.
Platini.
Michelle's nice.
Ooh,
Michelle's nice.
Michelle
Yes,
was nice.
yeah, you were one of them.
Another one that was considered, but I thought
You got him in 10th.
Yeah, should have probably put him.
You and Hasib both had him at 10th, so got 2 points
I-
that way.
I was
I
actually-
considered Platini.
I considered him
I
as well,
considered
and
Platini
I
as
was
well.
expecting you to put him in, and I was like,
Yeah.
I know Liaz probably knows more on Platini, bro. I mean, what he was doing for France
You know,
in the
you know
Euros,
what's crazy
Juve,
actually? My dad always tells me about Platini because that's
Yeah.
his era. He says Platini, Maradona, Zico. They kind of had the
the
80s.
80s.
But he always tells me actually he thinks Platini was the least talented of the 3. Like he says Zico actually was like crazy
Yeah.
underrated. But Platini, the reason he's like one of the greatest players of all time, his footballing IQ, he's like the brain of the entire operation, bro. And the free kicks, passing, set pieces. He's got the greatest Euros ever, bro. 9 goals in one campaign to win
Insane.
France 1984.
I met Zico
Yeah.
once
Did you?
in the car park at the Emirates Stadium.
Is it? Yeah, that's a legend.
Oh, is
bro.
it?
I promise.
That's a
Oh, wow.
legend. But he's got three
insane.
Ballon.
And I recognized him. That was
Platini won
cool.
3 Ballon d'Ors,
Yeah.
Champions
Yeah,
League for
yeah.
Juventus.
Yeah.
The guy's
That
amazing.
I also met
Insane.
Zico once.
Did you?
Wimbledon.
Where?
He coached Iraq.
Did he?
But you didn't meet him.
You didn't meet him.
I was at the stadium.
He coached Iraq.
Bro,
I know he
that
coached
selfie with
Japan.
Messi.
I didn't know he coached.
Iraq for a couple months.
Oh wow. Yeah. But
He used to
Platini,
work
wow.
bare those types of odd jobs.
He
I
was in
remember.
Japan. He was in
Yeah,
Japan.
Japan.
For a minute.
Fenerbahce didn't he do for a bit?
Maybe
as
I
well?
just remember.
But Michelle is a good pick. I had him.
I think
I had
so
him
as well,
honorable
yeah.
Ballon d'Or, of course, winner.
Yeah. 3 times, bro.
Three times.
Yeah.
He
Nah.
did cross my mind.
He's an all-time.
Next player who's got 18. It was 18th place as well with 2 votes. Only nominated by 1 person, but in 9th place. That's how he got his 2
Is
points.
it my guy as well?
Puskas.
No, okay.
Faisal.
Oh, what? No, I had Puskas.
No.
Can I explain? So
I didn't have Puskas.
let me first of all, I think all these guys are great nominations.
Yeah.
I could give you the same reaction. No one put Platini,
Yeah.
but I tried. Let me tell you guys my thought process behind my thing. I tried putting 1 person or 2 people in at least every single decade.
Fair.
I tried kind of covering every single decade. But like I can't lie, the 50s for me, without disrespecting them, it's like it's a little too far for me.
Yeah.
I can't lie, it's a little
That
too
was-
far
But you
for
can't
me.
do
was-
the 50s without putting Stanley Matthews.
I don't understand.
Blackpool, first Englishman to win the Ballon d'Or.
First Ballon d'Or winner, period.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly.
But I can't like the
and that's in
50s
the
for me.
50s. What 52?
You know, I
Yeah.
like players
You
when I
gotta
watch
put him in,
back. I'm
Garincha.
like,
You know what I mean?
Please.
But no, that's what I think. My thought was I feel like that football has progressed past those guys in the 50s, and those guys wouldn't be able to translate in.
No,
later.
I didn't think
No,
about
you
it.
can't-
no, you can't do that. You can't say that
I didn't think
argument.
about
But
it
that's
that
just
way.
kind of how I was looking at it. I was like, the game is like I can find forwards that are better than Ferenc Puskas. That's why I can't put him in my all-time list.
You
Does
can't.
that make sense?
You can't say the argument because if you look
For
at-
his time,
he
I
was
agree.
he was the first great icon, football icon that started it.
Mm-hmm.
The likes of Pele, Gerd Müller, the likes of Ronaldo, R9. They all, in terms of goal scoring, bro. He averaged a goal every game, bro.
Yeah.
Averaged a goal every game.
Listen,
he
I'm
was
not
part.
mad that you've got
He was
him in.
part of
I
two.
just, I'm saying why
He
he's
was
not
part
in
of
mine.
two.
I actually think
He was
the
part of 2
nominations-
dynasties, bro. Hungary went 31 game unbeaten,
Hungary
thanks
were
to
actually
him.
World Cup final, yeah.
World
He
Cup,
was the-
World
yes,
Cup
yeah.
final. He scored in the World Cup final, and they won gold medal at the Olympics. He's the only player till today 4 goals in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
In-
No, he's a legend, of course.
He's a legend,
yeah,
bro.
I have no
European
problem with him
Cup
being in there.
Yeah, you bring up before it was called Champions League final. Him and Di Stefano had a mad link up.
Amazing.
I feel like me being okay. I'm
You being the only one as well.
yeah, it's I find
I
it
agree.
crazy.
I
I'm
agree with
expected
that.
more.
Yeah.
Puskas, bro. I
It's on my
thought
short list.
I thought I was gonna.
It's so hard to do this.
I'm gonna be real. I was gonna fight for my life over someone else. Well, I'm gonna fight for my life over someone else. Puskas should not be the guy I should be fighting for.
Nah,
You
but
say
Giroud-
that.
nah, but
You say that.
Giroud got a Puskas award once, isn't it?
And they created the whole Puskas because of him. In terms of legacy, he,
like
you can
couscous.
say that, but I could make the same argument. Like, how could you not have Platini,
Yeah.
bro?
Platini, yo,
9 goals in the
Faisal,
Euros, like
Faisal,
most
there's-
goals ever in one
Yeah.
campaign.
who created the award?
Puskas.
Puskas, wallahi.
Lev
Puskas.
Yashin.
Hold
Should
on, now
we
we're
put
talking
him in
about-
now?
now we're talking
Should we
about
put
Yashin
Legacy.
in?
No, legacy. He ticks all. But I hear it. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Faisal, you're right. You're
He's a grower. No one's
absolutely right.
arguing.
I-
Nobody
I-
disputes. If someone puts him in the top 10, I
I'm
have
not
no
gonna
qualms.
disagree.
I'm disappointed.
But I just didn't have him in mind.
I'm disappointed.
That's all it
I'm
is.
disappointed.
I understand.
You're disappointed with this much passion that no one put in the player that none of us no one's seen in the 50s.
I hear that.
Like,
No,
what
you know
passion?
what? I hear it. Madridista, he has to. He
This
has to
video
fight
is gonna be
that.
so
I
funny.
hear that.
He's gonna be even more mad.
last
Real Madrid's
person-
going to clip that.
This person, I think, to be fair, I think this person was also on my shortlist. Didn't make mine. Also 18th place. Also only got 2 points because of one person putting him in their list in 9th place. It's Ruud Gullit. And for what I don't know, I have
Nah,
Can I tell you something?
AC
Can I
Milan,
tell you
Ballon
something?
d'Or.
Fuad, can I tell you something? When I was asking my dad,
He
one
was
of the players he said you should put in is Ruud Gullit.
Bro.
No. It's another one.
This
man.
is,
Yeah.
No, but this is one I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I feel like he is one of the most slept
I know.
on.
I put his mate. I
all-timers.
put his mate in. You know who?
And
I
we'll
could
talk
have
about
put
him
both.
as well.
I could have put
yeah,
both.
I put both in because
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like he so often gets overlooked. Like his whole career, bro, he had impact everywhere he went.
I know.
He could literally play any position on the field.
Literally from sweeper
From
to
sweeper,
striker. Anyway.
DM, centre back,
yeah,
centre mid,
yeah.
striker, and all to a high level.
I know.
You look at AC Milan, back-to-back
yeah,
Champions
yeah.
Leagues, don't happen without him. You look at
Netherlands
Sampdoria, he goes afterwards, wins them their first, I think, Italian Cup in like God knows how long. Chelsea ends their 28-year trophy drought. No, their first ever Italian Cup.
He was
sorry.
player manager at Chelsea, no?
Yeah, Chelsea player manager
about
ends
the
their 28-year trophy drought, wins Holland's first ever trophy,
88
playing a huge
Euros,
part in
yeah.
88 as well. And I'm like,
Alongside
bro,
someone else.
Ballon d'Or as well, too, no?
won the Ballon d'Or as well. I think it was in
Alongside-
that year.
alongside that person, yeah.
78, yeah, but incredible impact everywhere he went. Jack of all trades, master of all.
Yeah.
Like, and he's one of those that, at the time, growing up, you hear about it and you're like, oh yeah, he's a great. I think like 2 years ago, bro, I was tweeting about him randomly because I was like, bro, I just watched this documentary and it opened my eyes up. I was like, he gets so overlooked and brushed over by everyone, but he is an all-timer.
facts.
Facts.
You know what it is, right? I look at because when I made my list as well too. Again, I watch a lot of football, and I do think when I look back at some games, I'm like, okay, the level here isn't that good. This player, like, the level ain't that great. But there are always players that I feel like when I watch them, I'm like, oh, your game is easily translatable to the modern game.
Yeah.
One player that I think about that, and we're gonna talk about him later, is Cruyff. Every time I watch Cruyff, I'm like, oh, bro, this guy's on a different level, IQ-wise. He can slot into this game easy.
Yeah.
When I watched Ruud Gullit play football, I think if he played in today's game,
Easy.
bro, I think it would actually be a joke for him, bro.
Bro.
The guy's
Yes,
6
I was
foot
gonna
plus.
say even his physical profile.
He's
is
a monster,
good
but
for
he's
Bro,
technically
he was
like
Gerrard
incredible.
before Gerrard. He was Bellingham before
He's
Bellingham.
Gerrard he's Gerrard plus 4
Bro,
inches. Like,
all of
taller-
them man combine them, you're getting good.
Yeah. I think he dominated in today's game, bro.
Facts.
I agree. I do think he's definitely stepped on, and he was on my list. That my short, like
Yes.
but it was so hard, you know, because I was like,
Nah, there's nothing wrong
I
with that.
struggled, and also I was like, I don't want to put him and the other guy. Not his best mate, not the
Yeah.
one that he grew up with.
The other guy.
Not that one.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah.
There's
there,
three
he's
of those.
there.
But
Three
here's
of
the
them.
thing. No, but this is
But,
what I like about lists is you're gonna get loads of different
Facts,
names.
facts,
and
facts.
And listen, football's like this. That's why I'm actually quite glad the list is quite broad. Gonna get names
Give
like
flowers to everyone.
Moving up to 17th place, we have 2 people in there. They have 3 points. Those 2. The first one was voted by 2 people. One had him in 10th. One had him in 9th. So that's how we got his 3 points. It's Kylian Mbappe.
Oh, come on now, man. I can.
Faisal had him in 10th.
I had him 10.
And my little brother Shaib has him in 9th.
It's
And
too
at least
early,
he's doing the
man.
ones he's
Shaib
watched.
here?
He's doing
This
it for
one
all
I
time.
feel is a little bit
It's
PR-ish.
too early, bro.
I want
Why
you,
is it PR-ish
I want
though?
you, no.
Because you were comparing him
Because
to
you're a good
Lacazette
fan.
6 months ago,
But
bro.
that means nothing,
He
though.
compared him to
That means nothing.
Lacazette
That means
6
nothing.
months
That means
ago.
nothing.
Lacazette might have been
No,
higher.
that means nothing. That's no. Me calling him Lacazette means nothing.
You know, I think-
I'm in a toxic relationship with him, bro. It's a toxic thing.
No, it's a
toxic
one-sided
thing.
He doesn't know you exist.
It's a toxic thing. You know what? It's me. No.
I'm in a toxic relationship with him.
Me and Mbappe. You know what I like to compare it
Definitely
to?
toxic.
What I like to compare it to? You guys watch Friends?
Casually.
Nah.
Where are you going with
You guys
this?
watch Friends?
Hey, hold on. Be careful where you're bringing this.
It's like Rachel and Ross. Them man all know
Who
they
are you?
hate each
Are
other.
you-
They hate
which-
each other.
who are you? Which
But
one
at
are
the
you?
same time,
Rachel
no,
He's
my-
Faisal watching Rachel. They don't know him either.
my point is,
They don't know him either.
my point is, whatever I call him means nothing. I called him like a Z. I called him a Teta. I called him my cousin Ali Salman from Iraq, fam. Right, I know. But at the end of the day, he's always kiki to me. Always kiki to me, bro.
And you're that weird
It means-
Arab that talks about him on YouTube. What's
It
wrong
means
with you?
nothing to me. But now, Mbappe, I don't care if he's 25 years old.
26.
26 years old. I think he's already made a case. If he retires today, he is a top 10 footballer of all time. He's already, in terms of World Cup resume, there's only 2 players in the history of this game that's got a better World Cup resume than Kylian Mbappe. And his name is Pele, and the other person is still playing, and he's the GOAT. That's Lionel Messi.
He's got a greater World Cup legacy than everybody else ever, other than those 2.
and Maradona. That's three. You can't give me anyone else, bro.
On what
bro,
basis?
bro. By the next World Cup next year, he's. But
Wait.
Beckenbauer.
Wait. On what? Like why?
I'm gonna tell you.
So he's been to 2 finals back to back.
Two finals, the youngest ever since Pele to score in a World Cup final. Only 3 players have scored in two World Cup finals. On top of that, hat-trick since
only
1966.
him and
That's
George
cool.
first, yeah.
He's got 12 goals. By the next World Cup, this Don is going to break Klose's record. Klose, get the out, bro. Get the hell out, Klose.
Can I ask you a question? Everything you just said is correct. Let me finish.
Okay.
Everything you just said is correct. 100%. His World Cup legacy resume is already one of the greatest of all times. Now, I kindly ask you, I'm not saying to discard it, but let's put it to the side for now.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now stack up his club resume
Okay,
compared
I'll get
compared
to
to the greatest players of all time. How do you think it lines up with everything he's done at club level lines up with the best players of all time?
Okay, Fu. Thank you for asking me that.
Don't call me fool. Please don't ever do that again.
Well, he does say that shit to me.
Thank you.
That's the only similarity we have.
Thank you for asking me that. In
was
terms of
African.
Fine.
Arab. Thank you for asking me that. Thank you for asking.
Careful, be
In
careful.
terms of club resume, he's done it since the age of 17 with Monaco. He's already dominated in terms of club level. Yes, Champions League, he hasn't scored. He hasn't won the Champions League. He's got 41 Champions League goals.
Okay.
In terms of knockout stage,
Okay.
he is since 16-17 season, only Ronaldo has got more goals in the knockout stage than
Okay.
Kylian Mbappe.
Is it all about goals?
Huh?
Is it all
I'll get
about
to that.
goals?
I'll get to
against
that.
big
The
opposition.
only argument you can throw towards Mbappe, he's not won the Champions League. All right, calm. R9 has not won the.
Forget about the Champions League.
no.
He came to Real Madrid. He didn't win anything his first season, bro. All he's done so far, I'm not trying to minimize it to this, but what he's done so far is he scored a shit ton of goals in France and won Liga every single season, bro. I'm not trying to minimize it to that anyone can just do that, but that's not the craziest resume we've ever seen from a club.
R9 came to Real Madrid. No. Hold on.
That's
Your
even
argument.
a crazier club resume than Luis Suarez, for
Your
example.
Your argument.
Would you
No,
put
no,
him
no.
with the others?
His argument
From an
said he
ability
came to
standpoint.
Real Madrid and never won the Champions League.
I'm saying no. From a resume side perspective, you've mentioned the France resume and the club resume. From an ability
I don't
standpoint
think
as
you
well, would you
him there.
put him
He doesn't
there?
put him over Neymar,
Bro, and no. This is
I'm
an
in
all-time.
compa- 'cause
This
that's what
is
I'm
an all-timer list.
You're
An
encompassing
all-timer.
everything,
An
bro.
all-timer is everything. Ability, legacy, clutch moments, performances. Mbappe ticks all boxes. Let's not forget that when he first came up, we were calling this guy.
Yeah, we were calling him a generational talent in terms of what he's
Club level. This guy been scoring 40 goals every season.
Okay, bro, that's absolutely great. Suarez scored 50 goals every single season. Lewandowski scores 40 goals every season. Bro, people score a lot
Harry
of goals.
Kane.
No, your argument is stupid.
Zlatan scores 40 goals
You
a season,
came.
bro.
Mbappe came to Real Madrid, never won the Champions League. R9 came to us, Real Madrid, we never won the Champions League. It means hell. It means nothing.
I'm asking you, has Kylian Mbappe? I don't even know if you have R9 in your list, but I'm asking you, do you think Kylian Mbappe, if he retired today, that's it? He already sits at
But to be fair, he's not on my list. But to be fair, you did say, listen, park the World Cup stuff for now.
Yeah.
But in football, the greatest thing to win is the World Cup. That can cement your legacy.
Of course.
Like to the greatest
Of
level.
course.
He's not only just won one. He's been to 2 finals. He's scored in just 2 World Cups, 12 goals,
Sure.
hat-trick in the final.
Sure.
Scored in every World Cup final he's been in. I'm
The
backing
first,
him.
the
He's not on
first
my
World
list.
Cup, by the way, he wasn't the best player on France.
Well, he was
either, by
good
the way.
though.
He was good.
Well,
But we're gonna act like
Argentina game, was he not
No,
unbelievable?
I did.
Regardless.
Argentina,
I
Croatia.
didn't say he wasn't good. I didn't say he wasn't good. I said
It doesn't
the
have
best
to-
player, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be
No,
the
but
best
to say
player.
he won the World Cup, like
he
if he
did
won the
though.
World Cup
But-
as the best player, then we can say, oh, that World
But he
Cup.
doesn't have to be the best
Yeah,
player in
but
every
only
World
one
Cup.
man
To be a
did.
top 10 player of all time, and you're bringing up a World Cup that he won, you would expect he would be. You're talking
He
about
was-
R9, talking about Maradona. They were the best players.
He
in that
was
World
a
Cup
top
they won.
player in that World Cup that
He
he's
was
won.
a top
though.
player.
He was
but you're
one of the
bringing-
best players.
I'm not trying to say he wasn't good in that World Cup, bro, but to say he won the World Cup already, that's his legacy.
Yeah, but you can't
It's not like he
stroke it
won it
out.
as like the overwhelmingly best player in that tournament, like
Yeah,
Messi did.
Bro,
this last
people
year.
say Arnaud's got 2 World Cups. The Don in '94
No, but no one's
never
no
touched
one-
the
no one's
never touched the
considering-
field, bro.
no one considers
All I'm
90
saying, all I'm saying,
You can't say he's won 2 World Cups.
No, but
Ronaldo.
we talk about
My thing-
2002 when we talk about R9, bro. That's what we're talking
All
about.
I'm saying-
Wait, do you think it's outlandish that Mbappe is making his list?
I do.
Well,
do
look,
think
I
it's
don't
outlandish.
think it
I
is.
think
That's
it
the
is.
thing.
He's
But
realistically-
I'm also not like for it, but I'm also.
Would you
if-
say? I think there's players still he needs.
I think he could end
Bro,
his career.
At
Fuad,
the end of his career, he might.
I
Fuad.
think part of it is you're also prefacing that by the time he finishes his career.
Fuad. By the
Yeah.
time he finishes his career, it's only going to be higher for him.
Yeah.
Bro, longevity, he's done it every season since 16-17. World Cup resume is a tick. Next World Cup, he's gonna smash it. Club level, he's done it 40 goals every season, bro. 40 goals. He came as the biggest talent. He came as the biggest talent.
So who says he's gonna smash it? He didn't smash the Euros.
I didn't expect to have this big of a debate. We haven't got to the top 10 yet, by the way.
Wallahi, no. Okay. Let me just make one thing very, very clear. I know there's how many players is it? 29 players. I know for a fact I'm about to see 2 Dons from Brazil in there. Wallahi al-azim. Those 2 Dons from Brazil would never ever be above Mbappe. That's no argument you can tell me above Mbappe.
He's gone crazy.
That's not what you can tell me about Mbappe, fam. No, Wallah, we'll see. We'll see. Wallah, we'll see.
Remember that he compared him.
No, Wallah, we'll see.
We'll get there.
Wallah, we'll see.
By the way, can I ask you another question before we move on? Hold on, how good of a player you actually think they are also incorporate into this? Because if so, bro, I know for a fact you don't think.
Fam, one season is finished.
And now suddenly the same
One season.
That's corny. Don't do that. That's corny. Don't say one season. I'm not saying based on their season. Don't do that. I'm asking how good you think they are as a player. You don't think Mbappe's a better player than Neymar. I know you don't.
But Lias,
my question is,
did we have this conversation about Mbappe last year? We never had it.
What are you talking? I'm asking you, do you think Mbappe's a better player than Neymar? You personally.
Is he a better player than Neymar? No, he isn't. But when it comes to the all-time list, it's not about being cute. Neymar's my favorite player.
I'm asking you, how much does that do you take that into account also when you're talking about the best players of all time? How good they actually are at the sport?
10%, 20%?
Because Fizzle, if you want to talk about goals and how long they did it, okay, by that logic, Mbappe's better than Maradona, then Salah's better than Ronaldinho.
But no.
Let me finish. How good you also think they are as a player, their best ever level,
does factor
also
in.
incorporates.
Lias, I told you earlier, my criteria comes to longevity, legacy, clutch performances,
Of course.
winning
And
things,
I hear that,
being
but all
a
of that-
great footballer in terms of ability. Okay.
I'm
Let's
asking you,
not.
how much is that measured?
But it's
Do you
different.
think-
That's the thing. What makes his list so interesting and debate so interesting is, say the bar is here. How much of everything that people put in is different.
Yeah.
To fill this up, I might put in about this much of ability.
Yeah.
You might put in about this much of ability, and then say.
But that's why I'm asking you, how much do you
value?
value? But that's why I'm asking you. But that's why I'm.
Yeah, but I might put
I'm
only 10% of ability in my judging, and put more in about how much they feel to maximize the potential.
But that's why I'm asking
and
how
then
much
I
does
might
he
put
value
more
it?
in legacy.
That's why I'm asking how much does he value
But then
it?
you might fill it up in different measures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll be honest.
But that's why I'm
Okay.
asking you, how much does he
Last
value
question.
it?
Last
Yeah,
question about
that's why I'm
this.
asking.
Be honest. Last question about this. Yeah. Since this season, forget this season. Have we ever questioned Mbappe's footballing talent and ability? Just answer my question. Yes or no?
I'm going to answer.
Okay.
Hold on. First of all, it's not as simple as yes or no. I didn't say Mbappe's a scrub. I just compared him to Neymar. Right? I'm talking about one of the best talents of all time.
You're comparing to Neymar.
We're talking about the best players of all time. No, I'm not comparing Mbappe to Dan James, bro. I'm comparing him to the greatest players of all time because it's the best players of all time. So don't act like it's disrespectful to talk about Mbappe's quality. We're comparing him to all-time greats. No one's disrespecting Mbappe here, bro. But my question to you is, do you think Mbappe is a better player than by the way, the best version of Mbappe is a better player than the best version of Neymar, than the best version of Maradona, than the best version of Ronaldinho, than the best version of Zidane? Do you believe that?
Even if the answer's no.
I'm naming the best players of all time.
Okay. No. Look at him. No. He's trying to be cheeky. You're naming 4 players.
R9 as well too. Do you think he's a better player than R9? Yes or no?
Since when are we doing footballing in terms of as a player? You're being cheeky. I know what you're doing. It makes no sense, bro.
When we talk about the best players of all time, how good they are doesn't matter then. It's just what they want. How much they score.
It does matter.
Of course it matters, bro. Come on.
But also, how much of that people.
So I'm asking him. That's all I asked. He still hasn't answered yet,
to make their list.
I answered him. He's asked me 3. I've asked him. Yes, it does in terms of a small percentage, but that's not going to be. I literally told you it's about 15 to 20%, bro. That's
20%. It's like 1/5, bro. That's a fifth.
Exactly.
Tell me the others ticks the other boxes that Mbappe has. Tell me.
Someone like Neymar ticks a lot of boxes, bro. Yes, he does.
I'm not talking about Neymar specifically.
But Neymar's not on your list.
No, we'll come to
Neymar's not on your list.
How do you know?
list.
We haven't got there yet.
Neymar's not on my list.
He just said Neymar's on his list.
Neymar's not on my list.
You know we're still on 17.
I think. Look, I'm not saying. I've never said once in this whole thing. By the way, you're acting like I'm disrespecting him. I haven't said yet that he could never finish top 10. I'm saying at this current moment, of course he can.
saying this too
Mbappe.
soon.
I'm someone who said Mbappe is the best player in the world for the last few seasons. I'm saying if he retired today, I don't think he sits in the top 10 yet. That's it. I don't know. That's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, and he said he does. That's why he's put him on his list.
I think it's premature.
And listen, alongside yourself.
Sorry?
I said I think it's premature. What's wrong with that?
Alongside you, every single person on this list agrees, apart from Shaib, so he's doing it based on who he's seen.
Sure.
And Mbappe can obviously be the ninth.
Bear Mahmoud, by the way.
Yeah, he hasn't even got my surname. Relax.
The Bear Ahmed.
Joy's 17th, also with 3 points. This person got 3 points because one person voted for him, and he got an 8th. It's Luis Suarez. That's also my brother. He put him in 8th.
Okay, now you're not the bear.
He's just doing plays that he's seen.
Why is Mbappe's entire career all of a sudden better than... He's already eclipsed Luis Suarez for you. Wow. Okay, fair enough, man. I disagree, but...
Moving on to the 16th place with 4 points. Also, one person voted him in. Also, it was my brother. He's got him in 7th. It's Luka Modric. But he's doing plays he's seen.
He
said
that he's seen amazing career.
I like that.
And of course, Ballon d'Or winner.
I respect it.
Ballon d'Or winner. No one got Luka Modric.
Mbappe's already eclipsed Luka Modric.
He's doing.
Has Mbappe already eclipsed Luka Modric's entire career?
You're gonna keep doing this then?
I'm asking you a question.
If you got him above him.
Yeah.
No.
Has he eclipsed his entire career?
Well, but I can say the same thing about Platini or someone else that you pick.
Yes.
Are you gonna keep going? Hold on. Are you gonna keep doing?
And I'll say yes. Platini
This
is.
Donny, it's this one Donny, fam. Wallah, some obsessed girl, wallahi. Some obsessed girl, fam.
He's rattled.
This Donny's some obsessed girl,
We're talking about
fam.
the topic, bro.
Hell yes.
So,
Hell yes, Luka Modric, Luis Suarez, his Donny, his dad. Yes. No. That's two Luis Suarez. That's the Colombian Donny and the Spanish Donny. Bro, yes.
He's not Colombian. He's Spanish.
Uruguay, Paraguayan, Chile. I don't care.
He's eclipsed Luka Modric.
Wallah al-azim, man.
Yes, in 5.
Seriously. Man.
SDS in 5.
He's eclipsed Luka Modric already. Wow.
Bro, disrespecting Kylian Mbappe because of one season.
Disrespecting him.
Wallah, have some shame,
You're
fam.
comparing to Luka Modric, a guy who's accomplished everything in the game,
Wallah.
sometimes 6 times over, is disrespecting Mbappe.
Wallah, disrespectful.
Ask him again in 6 months if Mbappe goes 5 games without scoring. He's
No
gonna be
one's
saying he's
disrespecting
not better
Mbappe more
than...
than you, by the way.
Facts!
In the last
Facts! You've disrespected Mbappe!
It means nothing, though. It means nothing. It's out of love.
You are the worst.
It's out of love.
You are the worst.
It's out of love.
This podcast.
What? A dad calls Chow his son? It's out of love. No, it's not.
You are not.
It's not. It's out of love. I don't hate my son. I'm trying to do it out of love. Me telling him to be better.
This is a sick man.
This
I
is
hope
what
you got.
call
I
a
hope you.
parasocial relationship.
Fucking hell, man.
We haven't got to the top 10 yet, guys.
Oh my
Bro,
days.
seriously.
Like I said, if it's your first time here, please subscribe. If it's not your first time here, you're not subscribed. What are you doing? 15th place with
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
You know what though? You're picking
With
picks
5 points.
currently that are
They're great players,
potentially
bro.
future
Yeah. Facts.
conversations. You know them ones.
15th place, alone in 15th place with 5 points. 2 people had him in the list. One has him in 9th, one has him in 8th. It is Kaka, Ricardo Kaka.
Before you ask, yes, Mbappe is above Kaka. Before you even dare to ask. No.
Kaka for me, there's a few guys ahead of him.
Liban's got him in at 9th, and AB's got him in at 8th.
Kaka's
That's
not
about
top
it.
10.
No one
I
else
wouldn't
has
put him
him.
top 10.
Not even top 20.
No, I agree, not top 20.
Yeah.
I agree.
14th place with 6 points. Yeah, 6 points. And that person has 6 points from only one person putting him in.
Man.
So someone's got him in at 5th. And no one's got him in at all.
This table?
No, it's not. Wait, it's not me.
It's got to be KGD.
Is this
It
table?
might be one of you
KGD.
guys.
It is this table.
It's not me, right? It's definitely not me.
Wait.
'Cause I know who I put in 5th.
Fifth place. No, hold on.
It's definitely not
Who's
me.
my 5th place?
No.
Nah, it's impossible
My
for it to
5th
be.
place.
Hold
It's
on.
impossible.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not me. Oh, it's Sharky. It's not me.
it's impossible.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me.
It cannot
Is it
be
you?
It's not me. It's Sharky.
It
It's Sharky.
has to be you.
It's Sharky.
It has to be you because you
Who the
went
hell did you
different.
put
You
fifth
tried
place?
to be different.
14th place.
Who did you
6
put?
points.
Bukayo Saka.
Let him land. Let him land. Let him
It's
land.
Alfredo Di Stefano.
So you didn't put Di Stefano?
No, he's the one that put him in.
No one put Di Stefano in the top 10. Di Stefano.
I told you if he was mad at Puskas, he was getting mad at Di Stefano.
The greater. Well, now I'm punished you as well. What's this in, fam? Di Stefano. Di Stefano.
I wanted to put him in. I wanted to put him in.
The golden arrow.
Yeah. I wanted to put him in.
Tell us. Hey,
I
educate
knew this
us.
video would be juicy.
This
Nah,
is
realistically,
No. Come on. This
Hey,
is
hey,
top
hey.
10, he is
Here's
top 10,
an
realistically.
opportunity to educate us.
He was on my
educate
list.
us. Don't scream at
I'm
us.
not a Madrid fan, so I don't know
Teach
as much
us.
about how great he was, but he was on
Teach
my
us,
list.
Faisal.
He was on my.
Yeah.
like,
No, he
top
should.
shit
Honestly,
list.
he should be top 10. I feel like every list I ever see of top 10 players, he's always there.
Stefano.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
always there.
Represented 2 countries as well.
3 countries.
Insane.
free.
Insane.
Colombia, Spain,
Yeah.
and the country he's from. Where the hell is he from?
Argentina.
Argentina.
He's not better than Stankovic.
Argentina, huh?
Stankovic.
Bro.
Stankovic represented 3 countries in World Cups. No one's done that.
Real Madrid.
Yugoslavia,
Real Madrid.
Serbia, Montenegro, Serbia. Yo.
Real Madrid would never be Real Madrid if it wasn't for Alfredo Di Stefano.
Yeah, I know.
Paco Gento?
Alfredo Di Stefano, he is the global icon of everything. Everyone has said it.
Florentino Perez is also on that
bro,
Madrid Mount
if bro, you can slap Sergio Busquets, Kante, KDB, Liwa, Ronaldinho, and guess what you have? Alfredo Di Stefano. This guy is the only.
What?
They called him. Voila.
a weird
They called him a box-to-box striker. Yeah. He played every position except for the goalkeeper, and he played to a high level. He is regarded as the most complete player in the history of this game. You can put him anywhere on the pitch, bro. He can literally do the job of Kante, the job of KDB, the job of Liwa. All in one. All in one. He was Khalid before Khalid, fam.
Fairs.
He did it at a high level, and on top of that,
Yeah.
he did it with
Version
elegance
1.
and technique, bro. 5. He was the only one in terms of before the Champions era. 5 Champions in a row, bro. Scored in every single one of them. Every single one of them, bro. So the fact that I'm not going crazy here.
No, you're not.
I'm not going crazy here.
This one I agree with you.
The likes of Pele, Cruyff, the likes of, which I know
They
we're going to
all
have,
speak about
Maradona,
him.
everyone. They all labeled him as he is the best. He is the complete ever. So the fact that we don't have the greatest icon before, he
the
was
first
football
one. He's
before
the
he was football.
Yeah, he was the first one.
Bro, and we don't have the football. What's going on here?
I love this. We haven't reached the top 10. We haven't got to the top 10 and Fraser's have crashed out 3 times.
This is a good one from him though.
Yeah.
It's better than Mbappe for sure.
That one works.
Come on.
Mbappe ain't surpassed him yet. Mbappe
He
ain't
would never
surpassed him.
surpass him. That's the Stefano. That's the king. That's the king.
Wait, is Remo Copa coming up next? Is Copa coming up next?
no.
Butragueño, is he coming up next? I know this guy, man.
No.
Oh, you're the only one that had him.
Nah, it's a great shout. Honestly,
Good shout. I like both of them.
objectively,
Puskas
he is a
and
top 10
Butch.
player of all time. Yeah, he is a top 10 player.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
He was on my shortlist. But he didn't make the list.
Now you know what this list.
We're getting close to the top 10, guys. Fraser's already checked out.
Nearly there.
We have 2 players in joint 13th place. They both have 7 points, I believe. This one was nominated by the most people so far. This person was nominated by 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 2 had him in 10th, 1 had him in 9th, 1 had him at 7th. So 4 people had him in this list, but it had him pretty low, but it still made 4 people's top 10s. It is the original number 5, Franz Beckenbauer.
He didn't make the top 10.
13th place.
I think that's a howler. He, for me, is one of those guys you have to put in there.
Well, me and you have him on our list. We're the only 2 on this table that have him on our list.
He was
Put him in.
he was competing my honorable mention.
Yeah.
has to be there, man.
So it's
He was.
I know, you guys
so-
know me with defenders. I never put defenders in my
Same.
list. But
Sharky, Lias, Liban, and Hussein have him in. No one else.
you don't have the OG, the greatest defender of all time in your list.
This might be the one list
third.
where I tried to almost anti-centre back union.
Be careful, huh? Don't throw Sergio in this one, man. This is Sergio's daddy, bro.
You know where I was going.
Wallah,
I said, hey,
Hey.
because Maldini I put in, and then I
Whoa,
went,
no, you didn't
hold
put
on.
I can't.
Put Beckenbauer, I said, hold on.
Bro, if I had to slap a centre back in there,
But if I slap my man
Now
in,
put Ramos in your
I
team.
said, if I slap
If I
my
had-
man
if I
in,
had to
there's
slap a
gonna be
centre
war.
back.
So I said, you know what? I'm just going to remove all centre backs.
Nah,
Wallahi
Beckenbauer.
facts.
So I just said, you know what? Let me appreciate football for the attackers.
No, you want to do that? I've been asking you to do this.
No.
Facts.
Because now we're talking the all-time.
It's all-time, it's
This
different.
is top 10 all-time. I was like, I can't do this.
Am I being pranked right
Get
now?
a left back in
Sharky,
there.
this is like
Put
reverse
Neuer
SDS right
in
now.
there.
I'm putting defenders, he's putting attacking players. Where has this been the last 3 years?
Neuer, appreciate your generation, right? You ain't getting a
No,
vote
I
this one.
agree, but where's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
been the last 3 years?
Because those were different conversations. This is the all-time.
No, but bro, in general football, the
Listen,
best
and
attackers
Beckenbauer's
are
a different type of centre back as well.
Beckenbauer, bro.
Talk to me.
But come on, bro. This is a guy that revolutionized the position, bro. Like, this is the OG libero, man. Honestly, in terms of picking up the ball, being the sweeper, but then also marauding into midfield, bro. This guy is practically playing as a 4, a 5, and a 6, bro.
Yeah.
He plays every single position from deep. Going in. You talk about players that could play in the modern game. All these players, defenders who carry out the ball. He's the original one, man. And then the resume on top of that, the individual awards. He won the Ballon d'Or. I think he won 3 Champions
Made
Leagues
Bayern
with
Munich what
Bayern
they
Munich. Won the World Cup as well, too, as the captain.
And as a manager as well, by the
And
way.
it's the thing with him is it's the class. He's not the biggest guy. He's not the most imposing center half. But his reading of the game is ridiculous,
Yeah.
bro.
The Kaiser, man.
No, for me, I honestly, when I was saying for me, there's got to be 7 to 8 players that have to be on this list. I think he's one of those guys. I can't lie.
He was one of those. I genuinely.
I think
felt
you have
like-
to
Same.
put
He
him
was
there.
my 9-10.
Yeah, I had him there.
Bro,
the
you know,
whole time, and
I
was
told
just
you
like-
guys, I did it like by eras, by decades. The 60s, the 70s. For me, the 70s is Cruyff and Beckenbauer, man. Those are the two guys that are like the figureheads of that decade. I think I can't believe I'm the one talking about defenders here. But I think he's got.
It's on my list. I agree with you, bro. He's on my list.
I love that you're
It's
doing
just
centre
not-
back
it's just not
prop
on
forward.
I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't want to take this, but
We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a
The
goal.
only
That's a
defender
goal,
who
bro.
made my list.
Yeah.
Moving on, joint 13th, also 7 points. The only reason he's got 7 points is because one person put him in 5th, and that is my brother, who was, like he said, he only plays he's watched.
You put him where?
Karim Benzema. Put him in the 5th, but he's only plays he's watched. No, I'm kind of I'm not.
Shab.
Pointless.
I'm gonna be real. Wallah, I was thinking about this one. I was thinking about this one. No. Wallah, I was thinking.
Did an all-time Madrid list.
No, wallah, bro.
We're gonna move on from this one because
Benzema's not a top
he's
10
done it.
player
Yeah,
of all
he's
time.
done a side list. I think it's kind of just like, there's no point talking about it because Benzema's not no one's list.
Clapping.
Only reason he's in his list is because he's only done plays he's watched. So we're gonna move on.
Mbappe.
Joint 12th. Joint 12th. We have 2 players. They how many points do they collect? They collected 9 points. So we still haven't hit double digits on points. Joint 12th. We have 2 players. The first one was voted by 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 8th, 9th, 7th, and 10th. And that's Thierry Henry. No one on this table voted him. No one on this table.
Mbappe already eclipsed Henry.
Hell yes.
No one on this table.
Hell yes.
I like the Henry shout.
I know this as well.
I do like the
2000s
Henry
is the same,
shout.
bro.
2000s is definitely, for me, he defines an era.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's
I thought of him.
influenced a generation. I think his playing
4
style,
years.
devastating. You know what I mean? Premier League GOAT as well. I think he's an honourable mention, in my opinion.
Definitely
But
honourable mention.
Good pick.
But no one on this table had him. AB's got him highest at 7th, KGD in 8th, Hussein in 9th, and Star Player has him in 10th.
all the Arsenal guys. And Hussein.
Yeah. Joint with him in also top place.
That's my guy, I think. I'm surprised he hasn't been
He's
named
got
yet.
1 vote.
that's not me, then.
One person voted him in 4th, and no one else put him in his list.
Shai.
It's not actually this time. It's KGD.
KGD, I knew it.
Fucking hell.
Oh, well,
I'm surprised he even knows who this is. He's a top player, but to be fair, Kyle is like old school.
Seems
Romario.
I have Romario.
And Lias has him
Yeah, I
in
have
9th.
Romario in 9th.
Yes.
Mario, bro.
So
Yeah.
KGD has him in 4th, you have him at 9th. Yes.
Yeah, Romario's
Romario.
Yeah, Bola,
My
Bola's
bad.
Bola.
You
I
talk
did see
about,
it.
you talk about, look, the thing with football history, right?
Yeah, respect Romario.
And
That's,
no-
you talk about, that was the 94 World Cup, no?
Yeah, and
You
he's the
talk about
best
94
player
World
at that
Cup,
tournament.
He was the best player at the
You know,
tournament.
I feel like the way we digest football now is so different to the way football has always been digested. We're really obsessed now with goals, like the goal scorers.
Yeah.
You look at the best players considered the best players of all time, and it's never actually the goal scorers. It's always the number 10s, right?
Yeah.
Hadji.
Back then, yeah.
Maradona. No, only until maybe since Messi and Ronaldo started putting up crazy numbers, do we really look at it as like the best goal scorers. You have to score goals, of course, but we never consider like Gerd Muller the best player of all time,
Yeah,
right?
Zizou.
Zizou, Maradona, all these guys. But Romario, man. I mean, if you want to talk about
facts.
I think official goals, I think it's over 700. I know he claims 1,000, but he's scored over 700 official goals. Everywhere he goes, gunman, PSV,
Yeah.
won the league with them, went to Barcelona, the dream team after they lost the Champions League final, tore it up over there, hat-trick against Real Madrid. World Cup 1994, broke Brazil's 24-year World Cup duck.
It was him as well.
It was him and Bebeto up front, but it was him up front. Everywhere he goes, this guy's a gunman. And honestly, Brazil probably could have won in 98, and he probably would have gotten in 2002. But the thing with Romario is the bad boy.
Yeah.
The party lifestyle.
Him
There's
and
a story-
Edmundo.
There's a story about him with Cruyff. He's basically asking Cruyff 2 days before, can I go to Carnival? He says if you score a brace, basically you're good. He
You're
scores a
good,
hat-trick against
yeah.
Real Madrid, bro. The guy is, you talk about goal-scoring killer. Every single finish on luck. Romario's like the ultimate poacher.
Do you know where I-
Honestly, you want what's it called? A show tape of just a perfect goal scorer? Look up Romario on YouTube and just sit back and enjoy the goal
Bro,
catalog.
Do you know where he's
Insane.
been unfortunate? I think he was unfortunate that Ronaldo R9 came right
But you know, a
after
lot of
him.
Brazilians actually think he's
and-
better than R9.
No, I
A
know.
lot.
But the
And
thing is, it's the
Kyle-
fact that he had
yeah.
the World Cup successes afterwards as well. And I feel like that kind of just, it almost made people forget Romario very
Yeah.
quickly and focus on new,
But in Brazil,
the
a
new
lot of
shiny
people
toy.
actually think Romario
Yeah.
might be better than.
Bro, he is, bro. But I call my dad. I'm a big man saying I call my dad before this video
just like,
because it was a serious video. Like,
When an OG
No,
speaks,
no,
man. When an
no.
old head speaks, you got
it was this
Me
video.
and Flash have to chat to the same as well. but-
Ah, my dad did it as well. Yeah. It was the voice number.
He picked up on the who's this.
Yo, Derek.
Nah. I called my dad. It's a serious video, bro.
Yeah.
I called him like, yo, who should be my top 10?
Yeah.
Bro, he put Romario. He put Romario top 5. He said the two greatest Brazilian players of all time is Pele and Romario. Like, Romario, bro, it was
honestly,
incredible.
Seriously, like if you're too young to have like watched the football's greatest or whatever,
Facts.
just go on YouTube. Romario goals, left foot, right foot.
He had everything.
The dinks. He's the best at the chips,
Everything.
right?
The chip. Bro, he scored a chip against us, bro.
Headers, scoops, finesse, power, everything, bro.
Well, Kyle's another person that had him in. He had him very high, and he also said that he believes he was R9 before R9.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Fair.
KGD, I wasn't familiar.
I was not familiar with your game.
Fair.
Not bad. But I have to replace him with certain other people that got game over the list.
Sure.
The last player to make our list before we enter our official top 10.
We're not even top 10.
What you guys been waiting for? The last player to make our list in 11th place has got 11 points. No one on this table had him in actually, but quite a few people, 3 people had him in outside his table. It's Xavi.
Xavi and Iniesta for me, I was
Good
very
mention.
close. I was
Liban
very
had him in
close.
at 7th, Shuaib had him in at 6th, and AB had him in at 9th.
I can't lie. I was thinking of the table 1 midfielders.
Yeah.
Only one person made it, man, for me. Only one person made it. I was thinking, I was like, Luka, Xavi, Iniesta.
Yeah.
Good dudes.
Yeah.
Only one made it.
Iniesta was really close, to be honest, because resume, longevity, quality, like I was super close with him, but it's tough, man. Yeah.
But Xavi, big up.
Big up Xavi, bro.
Legend, bro, legend.
Incredible.
Even between
Incredible
him and
shot.
Iniesta, it's impossible
Yeah.
for me to pick between the two of them.
He might have, for me, him and Zizou might have 2 of the best peaks of a midfield I've ever seen.
Most dominant.
08 and 010.
campaigns.
08 and the 10.
Very, yeah,
Mamma mia.
very impressive. Xavi,
Timeless
unbelievable.
player as well.
But you know what that means, guys.
Top 10, about time.
I
man.
got 3 casualties in my list, man. You
We're
got how
about
many?
to.
2 or 3.
Puskas. Right.
I've got one. Just
Only
check 'em out.
my Madrid boys. Wallah. Mbappe, bro. I'll mention your name soon. But if I hear a bold Donny in 2002, don't worry, bro.
So shameless.
Don't worry, bro.
This
Don't
is
worry.
only a
Don't worry.
opinion
Don't
I
worry. Don't worry.
We'll get there. So before we get into our top 10, like I said earlier, this video is brought to you by StockX. So today we're asking a fun question. If legendary footballers were sneakers, which ones would they be? Okay. Along with the theme of this video, StockX picked their top 5 footballers of all time. Okay, not our top 5 because we're going to get into our top 5 later, so stick around as well for that. And then we've matched each icon with the most iconic sneakers ever made to represent their legacy. Okay,
I like that.
so we're going to go through StockX top 5 footballers of all time.
Okay.
And then they've matched them with the sneaker, and then we'll talk about the sneaker.
I like this.
Yeah, listen, this is what StockX are here for. You know, they make it interesting. So in 5th place, StockX have chosen R9.
Woo! They're starting big.
Ronaldo. And the shoe they chose is Nike Air
I hear
Force
it.
One.
I can't lie. It's
The
changed my
original-
life.
This shoe has changed your life. It's changed my life. This is my favorite sneaker shoe of all time. I've always said it.
Facts.
Ever reliable. And I've had a million pairs of this. And as you can see here, there's the verification tag to show you that is verified from StockX. And the reason they've chosen this trainer for R9, this shoe is timeless, game-changing, and globally respected, just like R9. Okay? The Air Force One changed sneaker culture the same way that R9 changed football.
You know what?
I think
Yeah.
I like the use of timeless there, because that's what R9 is for me. Timeless player,
Yep.
and that is a timeless shoe. So
Facts.
you know what? I hear that.
Or reliable.
I like that.
I'm gonna take it home with me.
Everyone has a pair. I don't think this is your size, mate.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'll get it to you in your size.
Yes,
don't worry.
please.
I'll get it to you. Don't worry.
Shout out
Nice,
StockX,
beautiful.
man.
But listen, like you said, timeless. Both are icons, and they still inspire today, guys. These are unbelievable. If I had to guess how many pairs of these I've owned,
I was just about to say, your entire lifetime, how many pairs do you think you've owned? Because I know you're a once they
50
crease,
plus.
replace them.
50!
I knew
plus.
it.
definitely. At
He's
least
a
50.
if they crease, replace.
Yeah.
I know him,
Bougie.
Yeah.
bro. Uptown.
Yeah.
All 50.
I think 50.
Can't lie, man. I've only had one, fam.
He's waiting until they get yellow and bruised up. I know you. I know
That's the
you.
thing with the Air Force, right? Even
It takes years.
but even when they get a little crease and dirty, you can still kind of
You
rock.
can't salvage Ronaldo.
That's
No,
Ronaldo. That's Ronaldo with a scar knee.
Yeah. We're not having that.
Yeah. Everyone forgets the Platts days,
But
bro.
yeah, let's move on. But also, guys, you can get your pair of Air Force Ones on StockX below retail price. Ooh. By the way, so
How much we're saying?
I might do that to get pair number 51. Below retail price.
Enough. Who you got next?
In 4th place, StockX have chosen Cristiano Ronaldo as their fourth
In
best
fourth?
player. Yeah.
You know what? Could make up for the placement.
Like I said, stay tuned for this video to find out who we've got in fifth, fourth, third, second, and first. Because there might be similar players, but they definitely probably will be in different positions. But for Cristiano Ronaldo, StockX have chosen.
There can only be one shoe I'm thinking of. There can only. I'm gonna whisper it to you.
Nike
Yo!
Air Max
That's
97s
exactly right.
Silver bullet.
Sleek.
Okay.
Yeah, as you can see
okay.
right here. Look, CR7 is all about speed, precision, and sharpness, right? And just like the Air Max 97, what's the word you just used?
Sleek.
What does it say here, Faisal?
Oh wow.
Sleek and fast.
Yes.
Inspired by Japanese bullet trains. This shoe is. I didn't even know that, by the way. The silver bullet colorway is one of the most coveted, and it looks clean. A perfect match of energy and style. And listen, Cristiano Ronaldo is similar to all of those things.
Bro.
But tell me about this shoe, Air Max 97s.
That is like a
I thought this is more of a
staple.
Fawad shoe.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I've got like 4 pairs of these. This is
Not 50.
this. No. only 4. I'm humble, you know. What I mean? But this is like a classic silhouette, and it's a timeless one. I know we said that for Cristiano, for the other Ronaldo as well. But with this, there's just that air of kind of not speed that comes with it. I don't know how, but I feel like it defines Ronaldo perfectly. And I've seen him so many times. When I'm wearing my little Nike Tech, little trackie, the little 97s, you think I feel like black Cristiano Ronaldo, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, I'm telling you, little chest pump in the morning, bro.
Were you one of those guys when you were younger? You were doing that
Hey,
hair.
that's why you ain't never seen no pictures before 2020.
Hey, internet, do your thing.
But yeah, this is a great sneaker, guys. Also, you can also get this on StockX. Let's move on to their third pick. In third place, StockX have chosen. I'll tell you the player and I'll tell you the sneaker. Oh, this time I'll tell you the sneaker and I'll ask you to guess the player.
Yeah, dude.
I like that. I like that.
The sneaker they've chosen
Wow.
is the Air Max 95s.
Can I-
Neon.
This is my number 1 favorite shoe of all time.
Is it?
Number 1 de facto. This is like a childhood
So that's like my Air Force
core
Ones.
memory. Yes.
Yes.
This for me, this could go so many
This one's
ways.
crazy.
This could go so many ways.
Should I tell you what they used to describe it and then you can
Go
give
on.
me-
I mean, I want to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
a guess anyways.
Go on.
No, the description I'll give you.
Yeah, give us the description.
Not of the player, just like
Yeah, of the
what's
shoe, yeah.
The Air Max 95 screams street culture, bold, loud, and unforgettable. It turned heads when it dropped, crafted with the human anatomy in mind. Some loved it, some hated it. Never boring, always a talking point.
Oh, okay.
I have
so
my shout
I
already.
thought it was someone else, but that for me screams Maradona.
No.
Some-
That to me says Ronaldinho.
Well, someone's right.
That to
Dinho.
me
It's Dinho.
says
And that
Ronaldinho.
someone was Elias.
Yeah, human and Maradona's the most human superstar ever,
That is
bro.
But it also, I do see where you're coming
That's
from.
what I mean.
I
I
heard
thought
it
Dinho.
too. I heard it
I
too.
thought Dinho.
Yeah, it also does.
The colors as well too. It could be.
Yeah, the Brazil colors, but they've
yeah.
chosen this for Diego Maradona. And also, like I said, this is your favorite sneaker of all time, Fred. So,
I can't lie. Diego Maradona is one of my favorite players of all time as well.
yeah.
Pure maverick. One of the greatest personalities in football history.
Facts.
And that is one of the shoes of the most personality in shoe history.
And
So.
it's, like you said, it is your favorite of all time, the Air Max.
Yeah.
What size
95
are those?
Neon edition. This is a UK 10. It's your size.
Oh, guess they're coming home with me then. Oh, I love you guys, man. Thank you. I've been waiting for my packaging. Hey,
You could have
Maradona. I always knew you were better than Messi.
You could have a lot of Antilles will agree with you actually. You can have them as a gift from
I
SS
appreciate
and
you, bro.
StockX,
I
as
appreciate
fuck
you,
that.
StockX.
In second place, they have chosen. You know what? I'll tell you the player. I'm not sure you the sneaker. They have chosen second best player for StockX. It is the original GOAT, Pele.
Those are the J. Cole's, man. Those are the J. You ever seen J. Cole wear these? Hey,
Yeah, but he's not playing football, unfortunately. So
that's what I think of when I see these shoes.
these are the Jordan 1s, Chicago. As you can see,
Yeah,
obviously,
this
Chicago
is
Bulls kind of
MJ and
colorway.
Pele, yeah.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
bro.
It makes
It
sense.
just goes hand
It
in
makes
hand.
sense. Yeah,
This
yeah,
just
yeah.
makes so
There's
much
this culture
sense.
right here.
The Jordan 1 Chicago started all in sneaker culture. They were first introduced in 1985. Pele did the same for football. He was the first one to really start all, like the original GOAT. Both are timeless and iconic. When you think of the best footballer of all time, a lot of people will think of Pele. When you think of the sneakers, the Jordan 1 Chicago was always the conversation. The originals, the blueprint.
The
What do you think
blueprint. Yeah, I like that word.
Like
that word right there. Yeah.
Like it.
That's what it is, man. When we grew up, right? Before Messi and you were a different time anyways, right?
Yeah.
But for most of us, right, of the same age group,
Sure.
Pele and Maradona were like the guys I feel like we looked at, like
The
our
benchmark.
parents told us stories, like we heard stories from older people. Pele and Maradona, like they're the goats. Messi and Ronaldo hadn't really done their thing yet. Pele was the guy, man. It's like he is football. When you think of football when you're a kid, it's Pele.
Sure.
I hear it. Blueprint.
And this, look.
But that's what I feel like that
the
shoe
ones.
is as well.
Yeah, that's
I
the
remember
reason.
because like obviously over the past like decade or so, sneaker culture's become more of a thing, and now everyone can get Jordans. But I remember there was a period you couldn't really get Jordans like that in the UK, and those and the 4s were seen as like, yo, those are grail pieces. Pele,
Yeah.
simple.
There you go.
Those
Nice
for me.
and
I'll never stop thinking of J. Cole when I see those.
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Oh, J. Cole.
Forest Hill Drive.
Bro, that's his shoes, bro.
I think of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, probably fair enough.
Okay, and last, definitely not least, I think you know who the player is.
It's not
Let's have
it's
a
not
look
Mbappe, right?
It should be.
Sergio Ramos, surely.
and you can even talk about the books.
Oh.
It is the
Ankara.
Adidas Superstars, white and black, for the superstar that is Lionel Messi.
It had to be him. It makes sense.
There couldn't be a more fitting shoe than that.
Yeah.
Simple, unassuming, does the job. One of the all-timers.
And that's exactly what StockX have said. They have chosen this because they said the superstars is exactly what the name says. It's a global legend. Just like Messi, the superstar is effortless, similar to what he said, iconic, admired by all. Both are recognized across every generation, timeless greatness.
Yeah,
Lionel Messi,
makes sense.
Adidas superstars.
100%.
Look, like you said, these are going to be around for a long time.
Yeah,
They have
just
been around for a long
makes
time
sense.
already.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to
And
be.
Messi's legacy will also be around for a long time. I'll tell you that for sure. But yeah, listen.
I like that they did that Adidas for Messi as well. It's a little
Of
personal
course,
touch
I
there
think
as
it'll be a
well,
bit
yeah.
stranger.
For Nike.
Told him 90.
We'll get boss calls for Messi's black SUVs outside.
The ball security guard waiting for us.
Hey, give me the ball.
Hey, you see what Ronaldinho doing up the other day though?
Yeah.
You never lose it. You never
But
lose
yeah,
it.
guys, that is StockX top 5 footballers of all time, but also matching them up with some of the greatest sneakers of all time. All these items are available on StockX, and every single one of you guys can get them for 10% off with our code, guys. So check them out. And also, like I said, some of them are already at less than retail price. So you can imagine that plus 10% off. Oh, mate, you're enjoying yourself. But also, guys, listen, legends never fade. So make sure you shop the most iconic trainers of all time at StockX.com. Stand out this summer with the hottest items from StockX. Get access to what's trending right now, items that are sold out on the high street, summer essentials that are below retail, and grails you'll struggle to find anywhere else. Whether you're looking for football jerseys, Crocs, shades, or shorts, StockX has everything you need for the best summer looks. Personally, I'll be wearing these because they're very, very comfortable. I'm not going to lie, and thank you to StockX for gifting me them. So head to StockX.com or download the app to find the items you love. StockX. Now you know. Okay, it's time. Finally. For the SDS combined top 10 players of all time.
Took us hours, fam.
There are no joint finishes. It's just a pure 10. In 10th place, by the way, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people that got involved in this list, which means the max you can get for a player is 10, which means it's 130 points maximum any one player can get. If someone got straight first places from everyone, they will have 130 points. Bear in mind, remember that 130 points. There's players who were doing this list that have 7 points, 5 points out of 130.
Yeah.
We're in the top 10 now. The man in 10th place, he's got 15 points. Remember?
Oh, wow.
How much did 11th have? And 11th was who? Romario?
11th was Xavi.
Xavi. How many points did he have?
Xavi had 11.
So this guy was close then. Okay.
Yeah, 15 points for 10th place. And he finished 10th place because only 3 people voted for him, but he got pushed up very high because one person voted for him because he's one of the players he's watched. So he probably wouldn't even made top 10. Probably wouldn't even made top 10, but he only made top 10 because one man had him in 3rd. So I got him a lot.
Wow.
So
This
I
is
was
what we
15
talk about,
points.
people who corrupt the list.
Exactly. I was 15 points. 8 of them
Who was
was
it?
from one person.
Who was it?
And it's Neymar. good player, but my brother had him in third.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect it.
Insane.
I
I
respect
had him in third. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made his list.
I love. I
You
mean,
wanna
the
make
fact
top
Neymar's above Mbappe.
it. I respect it.
Hey, I won eventually.
Neymar is one of my.
Hey,
Neymar's one of my
you-
favorites. Neymar's one of my favorites, bro. Like, I respect it. I don't
Yeah.
mind that one.
The obviously people had him in, Abs had him in 7th, and
Good
Lee
dude.
Ban had him in 8th. But Neymar made a top 10 list with 15 points.
I hear
8
it.
of them come from one person.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Great player though.
It's the same with
What could he
the
have been?
Mbappe thing. Yeah, it's like
Can I
they're
say-
current
oh,
guys
even
who are
what he
eventually
did
going to
become
end
was
up in that
unbelievable.
conversation.
I'll say this: when I was making my list, I alternated a lot between how good was this player for me and what's his legacy, like what's his footballing legacy, right? And I looked at Neymar, right? And sometimes I watch back Neymar, and I genuinely think to myself, I don't think there's 5 players I've ever watched that are as good as this guy. Like some of the shit he's, I'm like, I don't think I can name you more than 5 players that can do what he can do.
You know what? Forget 5-3, bro. For instance, yeah.
So you're talking about quality. He's easily
Facts.
one of the best
Facts,
players to
facts,
ever
facts,
touch a ball.
facts.
But then you start taking into account like accomplishments and consistency,
And that's what lets him down.
Individual awards, and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe top 10 ever. You should have been there. Like the projection at one point,
Yes.
you get there. But I think there's guys that have just
I
done
wouldn't
too
even
much,
say
man.
consistency. I think the biggest myth about Neymar is longevity. He's had longevity.
He's had longevity, but my point is like, okay, consistency is not the right word, but like.
It's just
in the
achievements.
biggest moments,
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes
achievements.
he hasn't been there. The
Achievements.
injuries,
Life
yeah,
after
yeah.
he got to
It's
PSG,
achievements.
Brazil,
Yeah.
you know.
A lot of ankle injuries,
Yeah.
knee injuries. A lot
Yeah,
of
it's
problems,
achievement.
sadly.
Every World Cup he gets injured.
Sadly.
Yeah, I think he's missing like either a
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or,
d'Or
World Cup.
or a World Cup or a Champions League where he was really the main
Yeah.
man. Then I think the quality
Facts.
of Neymar. This is why I asked you how much does quality come into account? Because Neymar's quality
100%.
is
You
ridiculous.
can't. Yeah,
2026, we will be there. America.
Well, so if he wins,
I might not be there.
If he wins,
I might be in Mexico. But 2026 will be there.
if he wins, is he going above Mbappe for you? Huh? If he wins it, is he going above Mbappe for you? Neymar.
100%.
Why did you say
I'll
you're
wait
going to
you
Mexico?
They won't let you in.
Cancun. Yes, Cancun.
Passport.
I'm in Cancun. Yeah. Like Trump might say, hey, I've got a different plan for you.
No Iraq is over the wall.
Fuad good. Star is good. Yes, definitely good. Hold on. You gotta say
Where you from?
Basil.
I'm Danish.
Hold on, we gotta bring you to the security room real quick. Hold on.
Okay, in 9th place with I believe 23 points. Actually, let me double check, triple check. He actually has 23 points. It's Marco van Basten.
Oh.
Van Basten. The reason you say that is because you got him as one of the highest. You got him in 6th.
Yeah.
He made 9th.
For me, it was between him and Romario. For me, and I edged it to
Lias is the
Romario.
only one that on the table doesn't have him in at all. We all have him in 8th, 6th. Kyle has him in. KG has him in the highest, I believe. In 5th.
I can't like Cal's done well, you know.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
I can't lie. Carl's done alright.
He's done better than a lot of guys on this
Steve
team.
Little Brother's messed it up on this one. I can't lie.
Cal's done well.
Van Basten's a great shout, bro. For
He's,
me, it was like he was in part of that 9-10 range, and I was like, Romario was cold, man.
Yeah.
Like Van Basten was insane too, but I saw
And
Romario
listen,
maybe had a little more.
Maybe
yeah.
for me, it's a little bit of the Dutch bias, some will say. But for me, what I saw Van Basten doing, I was like, bro, this guy's he's a swan. That's the
what they
best way,
called him, right?
bro.
The
He's
swan
a
of,
glider, bro. His technique, his touches, his finishes, right foot, left foot. You look at, we were talking about Gullit earlier, what he did for AC Milan, what Van Basten was doing at the tip of that spear.
100%.
Then you talk about that 88 run that I was talking about, bro. He finished Golden Boot, player of the tournament, the
But-
goal in the final.
But forget-
to this day, they talk about that goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
3 Ballon d'Ors
and 3 Ballon d'Ors, bro.
Before
And what,
27 years old.
bravo.
He stopped playing at
He
28.
stopped playing
That's
at
insane.
28. Like, we were robbed of maybe another 6-7 years
Yeah.
of what he could have added onto his legacy. And I'm like, just for what you've done up until that age, I'm sorry. There's too much greatness in
It's
there.
like tennis. Bjorn Borg. He retired
Yeah.
at 25.
Yeah.
And
No,
he
for
won
real.
everything.
And
What?
yeah,
One of the greatest
because
players of all time.
I know who that is,
Yeah.
but I didn't know he retired at 25.
retired early. Bro,
He,
he was
must have been cold.
he was the king. He was the king of clay before Nadal.
And I think the thing with Van Basten,
but look at to have that kind of legacy.
Yeah.
That's the reason I brought him up.
Facts.
28. Obviously, officially retired
27,
at 30,
yeah.
but 27, 28, he was done.
and you know what the thing for me with legacy, right? That word, I always say it transcends also what you do on the pitch. And I think Van Basten's legacy, you look at, because he for me is you look at 6 foot plus, incredibly gifted technically, left foot, right foot in the air, volleys. You look at Zlatan, who followed him after Lewandowski.
Shevchenko.
He's a template.
That mold of
Shiva.
like tall center forwards who could just play. I think he's
And
the
it's,
originator.
and it's always nice to have an iconic goal as well to add to that catalog.
But even that run, you know that Euros run, yeah.
Yeah, 88.
He scored a hat trick against England in the group stages, and then semi-final he beat West Germany, who was the host nation and the favourites to win the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Bro, and you know,
Insane.
for me, I think he's had the greatest peak of any player I've ever seen. Bro,
What?
Have you seen him play?
no, I've seen.
I get what you're
Greatest
saying.
peak.
But
No,
in
bro,
terms of his
4 years, no. As an
He's
underrated,
at the same time
He's got a
with
great
the
peak,
Netherlands
but the
team.
best peak ever.
No.
from
no.
like 88 to 92.
Yeah.
3 Ballon d'Ors.
It's a great peak, but
Insane.
I wouldn't go so far
His
to say
peak
that.
is underrated,
Insane,
fam.
no.
Yeah,
Insane.
it is. You know what his nickname is?
What's his nickname?
So it is the Swan of.
Amsterdam.
The Swan of Utrecht. Yeah.
Because that's what I said to me.
Yeah,
Because I know he's
Swan
from
of
Utrecht.
Utrecht. Yeah,
So he's
yeah,
Wesley Sneijder, Van der Wiel, and Sharky.
That's why when you call it.
Hey.
Wow, he stuck Van der Wiel in there too. I can't.
I should know everyone's from my city. That's why.
No, I-
You have EV.
But Wesley Sneijder,
AV.
But yeah, no, legendary player.
Somaliland.
Along with
player, though,
myself, for Adam Faisal, have him in the list. And like I said, Kyle has him in as in 5th. Hasib has him in 7th. And Izzy has him in at 9th. And nobody else has him in.
Great
which is
player,
why he
man.
got 23 points. In 8th place.
I know he's not better than Mbappe in all time.
Yes, by far he's better than
What?
Mbappe
No.
already.
Van Basten.
No, that's what I said. No.
Wait, what? Are you saying Mbappe's better
No.
than Van
No, he's
Basten?
got Van Basten
Hey,
higher.
you never know.
I was about to
No,
smash
I
this
said-
over your head.
Hey, chill it, bitch.
He's
Just
got
chill.
Van Basten
I said
higher.
no, he's not better than Mbappe.
Don't play.
That's what
Alright,
he is
cool.
better.
That's what I said. Yeah.
You said no, he's not better than Mbappe.
No, I
Wait.
said no. Chill the hell out. Chill the hell out. Chill.
What? Explain yourself.
I said no. Mbappe's not better than him.
No, he didn't say
Okay.
that. I said no, he's not
Okay,
better than
cool.
Mbappe. I just corrected you.
Okay, cool.
I know what you meant. I was correcting you.
Okay.
Don't be wrong and
Yeah,
strong.
but give him a
man.
year. He'll also be saying he's better
Bro,
than
I'm
Van Basten.
telling you.
In 8th place, we're only 3 points higher. We're only 3 points higher. So 26. Those 3 points are a big difference, and they might have come because one person put him in obviously pretty high. Cause
Jeff.
But other people did have him in this. Other people did have him in their list.
Yeah.
A lot I had him in my list, but just obviously Shuaib had him in the highest out of everyone. So maybe I gave him extra points. Is Iniesta?
I thought about him. I
Yes.
considered him as 10.
Yes.
Sharky has him in
Good
at
pick.
10th. Fuad has him in at 8th. Elias does not. Faisal does not. Liban had him 6th. Hasib has him 8th. Shuaib has him 4th. Avi has him 6th. Stars has him 9th. And Abs has him 9th.
I really considered
Only
him.
Hussein,
Same.
KGD, Fu Izzy, Elias, and Faisal.
So hold on, Mbappe already has a better career than Iniesta. No, seriously, this one I really wanted an answer for. Mbappe's career, if he retires today, is already superior to
I mean,
Andres.
you can't compare.
Andres
You
Iniesta.
can't compare.
You
You can't compare to a
said he was better than
midfielder.
Modric. You said he
You
had a
can't
better.
compare midfielder to a striker. You can't compare.
I mean,
It's different
seriously.
positions. It's different positions.
said
Different
yes,
positions.
Modric.
I can't like. Listen. Let's change the topic. Why is it always Mbappe, fam? Let's change the topic. Yeah. I really considered it. I had him 11th, 12th. I really, in terms of resume, I feel bad for not having him in my list. And
should.
I'm not going to be the person talking about it because, of course, you guys have him in. But I felt very bad not having it in my list. World Cup final goal, everything.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys do the talking. I feel bad. I feel bad.
Listen, you know what you're doing here, but I think
Yeah, like, speak about Iniesta. Go on.
Oh, we'll come back to you. Don't worry.
We'll come
Every
back to
player
you.
that's on this list that you
is
didn't
getting
have
compared to
I'm going back
Mbappe
you,
now,
yeah.
bro. You set a nasty standard there.
Go on, man.
But Iniesta, I mean, what can we not say? For me, I think so many times people have had a conversation, is he the greatest midfielder of all time? I mean, in my opinion, yes.
Really?
And I think there's no way you can... If I think he's the greatest midfielder of all time, there's no way I can't have him in the greatest of all time. And the way I look at it, you look at his body of work. We will come to that. We will come to that because we are talking about, as you said, there's multiple things that get played into it. When I come to that, brother, there's one category no one's touching.
So hold on. You're saying he's the best or the greatest?
He's the
He's
best.
the greatest. I like.
Yes,
I
he's
like
the greatest.
No, you mean he's the best.
Wait, no.
Someone
the-
else is the greatest. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I'm saying Iniesta's the greatest in totality.
So why
the
is he not
best, you're
highest
talking
before
ability, you right?
So your list is the best, not the greatest then.
Wait, you're confusing me. What's he doing?
What's your list based on? The best or the
My
greatest?
list is based on totality.
So then why is
But
Iniesta not higher?
There's a reason, but I don't want to talk about my man because I don't want to
Doesn't make
spoil
any
my
sense.
list.
Yeah, but you're lost right now.
No, I'll get to him, and when I get to him, you will understand. It will make sense. But in terms of totality, what Iniesta has,
It was a great player,
bro,
bro.
club-wise,
No, no,
international,
Can someone dig deep?
semi-final goals, final goals,
Yeah.
what?
Can someone please dig deep, yeah?
Shut your fat mouth! I said shut up!
Can someone
I said shut up!
dig deep, yeah, and check Fuad's all-timer
Modric
midfielder list. He had Modric and Cruz. What is he talking about, fam? This guy is.
Guys aren't true to themselves, man. Honestly,
Listen, bro.
guys are
Do you know
not
what
true
it
to
is?
The moment he
themselves.
said to me, Iniesta's my greatest, I looked at him. I was like, fam.
Let me explain. Let me talk. Let me
What's
listen.
changed since
Listen,
that
listen,
video?
listen. No,
So,
no, 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 no,
Modric-
no, 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 no.
That's changed.
So here's
since
my
then
thing.
And now,
Here's my thing.
Is Iniesta's played in a match for hope in the midfield against Sharky and lost.
He saw him in person. He's like,
You're shameless. You are so shameless. No, the thing with the Modric thing, there's definitely some bias there. I'm not gonna lie. He's obviously. I've got a soft spot for Modric, so I'll always run the PR gimmick that he's better than Iniesta. But if we're being real,
You had Cruz as well, bro.
you don't have to tell us, bro.
No, no, no,
Serious. You don't have to convince me.
if we're being true, we know Iniesta. Come on, man.
Come on, Iniesta's a different
Iniesta.
guy.
You had Cruz above him as well.
No, never. The Cruz on your line. Cruz, I've always respected.
La Ligas, put him there.
No.
Give me that.
How
Cruz I
many?
love. Cruz I love. But I've always had Modric for PR purposes. But Iniesta, I think, is the true.
Guys ain't true to
is
themselves.
the true man.
Look at Modric, out of all people. This is PR.
Modric ain't got enough PR, bro. You guys don't gas him up. Madrid fans don't.
Yes, we do.
You put Mbappe over him. Mbappe put 1 year for Madrid. He's already got him over Mars.
Well, we always say Luka Modric is the greatest midfielder in terms of him and Zidane above the Iniesta and Xavi. Yes, we do.
Who says Modric is above Iniesta?
For me,
Even Madrid fans, they give Iniesta this
Yeah,
best
for
standing
me,
ovation.
What did we always say?
for me, Lukita is higher than Iniesta.
Stop calling him that.
It's a conversation.
You think Modric is better than Iniesta?
Lukita, yes,
conversation.
yes, I think so.
It's a conversation.
How
don't think it's
many more
outlandish to say
questions
that.
have you got for me?
I don't think it's outlandish.
I have a lot. I honestly have a lot of questions for you, but one day we'll address this properly, Vinny.
I have got questions for you as well.
Iniesta comes
Outside of
eighth.
football.
Iniesta comes 8th in the SDS ranking of the best footballers of all time, any position. Let's move on to 7th. And in 7th place, we have an icon. Let's see how many points he
I don't
finished
think I
on.
have him.
In 27, only 1 point above Iniesta, so it's very close.
How many points do you have then?
27.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the 27
And he's
part.
1 point above Iniesta.
I
He's
didn't-
on 26.
Yo, he might be slow.
I didn't hear the 27 part.
Here's an icon. Definitely a lot of people's entry point to football or
Okay.
earliest fond memories of football is
Dino.
Ronaldinho.
Wow.
I didn't.
Only Fuad has him on his list on his table.
I think, listen.
In 10th, by the way.
I agree, and I understand why some might not have him on this list. I think some people will say longevity, but I think what you spoke on with Van Basten there, saying in terms of the best peak you've ever seen,
Meteorite.
that 4-year spell between, what was it, 03 to
2000
07?
Two,
It was
2002, 2006.
Ronaldinho's world. We were just all enjoyers of it. Nobody came close to him, in my opinion. And I think when you're talking about the greatest of all time, the best we've seen play this game, I think you were saying with Neymar there, the ability, but he's got the achievements to go with it. The World Cup played a huge part in that. Barcelona's Champions
He
League.
did play a huge part. What do you mean?
Let's
he
not
played a
do
huge
that.
part?
Let's not do that.
So you're asking
Then-
about Mbappe's contributions to France, but Ronaldinho, we can't gas up his contributions. I'm gonna bring up Mbappe every damn part of this video, bro.
Go on.
Mbappe already surpassed Ronaldinho.
Champions League for Barcelona, he was key in that. You're not going to tell me that.
That's
I
true.
think he changed almost the trajectory
He changed
of that
Barcelona
club
for sure.
single-handedly, in my opinion. And I think if that is not an indicator of what a grand player, grand profile you are, and I think his influence and impact on the game afterwards, you see that, bro, in generations to come. He is the definition of a generational player, in my opinion.
You know why I believe every word you're saying? Because you're speaking with passion. Because everyone on the table has Ronaldinho. You're speaking with passion.
And I watched it, bro. I lived it.
100% you lived it and you watched it.
I saw him
and-
be a
and-
nobody at PSG to
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
best thing ever.
And I know that you mean every word you say because you couldn't sleep last night, could you?
No,
You struggled to sleep last night because Ronaldinho
Genuinely.
didn't make your original list.
genuinely.
Really?
And at 5:39 a.m. you messaged us sleep saying, "I'm sorry, I can't sleep."
Put a screenshot on the screen right
I
now.
can't sleep knowing Ronaldinho isn't on my list.
I couldn't.
Who did you have at 10 originally?
I had Beckenbauer, then I had Mateus,
Mateus.
and then
Great
I was
players.
like, "Yo,
Your kind
I'm
of players
so-
normally.
Exactly, and I was like, "Yo, real men."
couldn't
And then I
sleep.
went, "Bro, Ronaldinho not on my list."
Am I Space Jam,
am I
bro?
sick in
Honestly,
the head?
me and Fuad swaps.
Bro, something happened.
Something makes sense.
But I was
Ronaldinho's my
like,
kind of
I
player.
can't leave Ronaldinho out. Like, he is the best thing I have enjoyed in all of football. like in terms of
I
enjoying.
understand it.
Aye.
That's my
Sleep,
guy.
Sleep, brother. Temptation lives
Don't
at
worry.
night, bro.
The best thing you said.
I like it.
The best thing you said, and
At 5:30 a.m. you thinking of Ronaldinho. Go to bed, bro.
the best thing you said, and you're absolutely correct, that no one talks about, is the fact that he changed Barcelona. Him coming to Barcelona and making Barcelona the team that they are now, it started with him.
Knocking
That is
medial
absolutely,
Galacticos out.
and that is absolutely correct. No, it's true.
did.
Like what he did, he absolutely, it was himself. That
Yeah.
beat the Galactico era,
Yeah.
all him. So that is a perfect point. World
You know
Cup
what's amazing
2002.
too about- You know what's amazing about Barcelona with Madrid, right? I feel like history repeats itself a lot. Madrid bring this amazing collection of players, and then it's always
No, Lamine Yamal's not gonna do it.
It's always. He already did it. It's already.
He's not gonna
always
do
one
it.
guy that comes around and knocks them out.
He's not gonna
Messi,
do it.
Ronaldinho, Lamine.
He's not gonna do
He
it.
already did it.
Already this year.
5 Clasico wins.
We beat 4 last year, bro. It's
He
fine.
was a baby. Now this is
Come
your
on,
mouth.
man.
Huh?
This is your mouth.
Mbappe-
now.
He was 16 last year, 17 this year. He's just
Aye.
the same shit.
Wait, you want to pick a 16-year-old?
Alright,
Hey, man.
Is Mbappe ever gonna get his get back on him, bro?
Who? Mbappe?
Mbappe, is he ever gonna get his get back on him?
Oh, don't do that.
This is built
Hey, one.
Seriously, yeah?
Hey, by the way,
Belt to
Every
ass!
single
You
time.
claim to ass!
you claim you watch football and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Last year he scored a hat against Barcelona and
Still lost. Still lost.
They beat it.
Well, this season is for hat trick loss.
What do you mean?
What?
PSG beat Barcelona last season, fam. What do you mean he still lost?
2 seasons ago now, bro. Stay
It was last year. What do you mean 2 years ago?
You said last season.
Last season, who knocked out Barcelona?
What? When they got a red card and Lamine had to go off.
I don't care.
Hey,
You can't be no.
This is not a rivalry. They
You
always kick their ass.
no. You can't be. No, you said 2 years ago. Just say you're wrong.
You're parading.
It was last
You're
year.
parading Mbappe at PSG. What about Madrid Mbappe?
I mean, next season.
Embarrassing, man.
He got his get back.
Hey man, listen,
eventually,
Mbappe's
bro.
got more goals in the World Cup than Ronaldinho. That's what I know.
Embarrassing, man.
So he's already better than Ronaldinho. So hold on, Mbappe's already better than Ronaldinho.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yo, Faisal,
He's going outside, huh?
Yo.
Just know that he's
Hell
going
yes.
outside.
Dino hype, fam.
And moving on to 6th place, you're rolling strong for a player that doesn't deserve it. Trust me, because you,
Mbappe.
well, from you, doesn't deserve it. He
I'm
doesn't
gonna
want
put
the
together
stuff
a
you've said about him.
compilation.
Doesn't deserve it from you, mate.
Mbappe.
Move on to 6th place, and there's the first bit of a jump.
Mbappe.
We've got 41 points, I believe. 41 points, a bit of a jump finally. I would love to say everyone had him in his list, but so far we're still yet to find a player who's everyone got on the list. But a lot of people do have him on the list because he's a very respectable player, one of the greatest players of all time. It is, for me, the master of football.
Oh,
It's
not everyone
it's
had him
not
in.
Yazid.
It's Johan Cruyff.
Oh, at 6.
I know.
I should be higher for me.
I agree.
I've got him in
I
5th.
agree.
All 3 of us have him in 5th. So, and he's got him in 7th. So that's actually.
Balances it out,
Cruyff,
yeah.
I think, is number 5. He has to be.
I got my
Yeah.
5th with you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you. So do you have him in 7th? You push his average down a little bit, mate. But also at the same time, Liban doesn't have
my
him at
two.
all. Shoaib doesn't. But he said obviously people he hasn't watched. So fairs. KGD doesn't.
Wait.
And AV, the Dutch. AV doesn't.
That's
Revoke
sacrilegious,
his-
bro.
revoke his
Nah,
passport.
nah, that's
The Dutch
blasphemous.
man,
That's
AV doesn't have
blasphemous,
Johan
A
bro.
Cruyff.
Dutchman doesn't
Wait,
have
did
Cruyff.
Liban have full skulls?
No, it was
AV,
had put it
AV can never claim he's Dutch on this podcast again.
was-
Seriously.
it
A Dutchman doesn't have Cruyff.
Nah,
AV, yeah.
he's from Edgware Road, bro. He ain't from the Netherlands anymore. AV, I'm personally revoking.
Bro,
come on.
How do you know Edgeware?
What, Algerians over there. Come on.
Arabs. It's full of Arabs there, of course.
Wait, so he had no Van Basten or Cruyff.
He's not Dutch.
Yo,
He's not
what?
Dutch.
He doesn't have Van
Seriously.
Basten and Cruyff.
He's not
Yeah.
Dutch.
I
He's
need
not Dutch.
AV eliminated
Nah,
from all
seriously.
future
Revoke
lists.
his revoke
Oh,
his
okay.
citizenship.
Okay, so look, AV's list is also plays he's watched.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his list now.
Get him out.
Now,
of
if
here.
you're Dutch though, you
I'm sorry.
include a
He's-
Dutch.
I'm looking at his list now.
You know
It's
me and
players
AV
he's
are
watched.
age mates. You know me and AV
Oh
are age
damn!
mates.
You man, boys.
And you're trying to act like you should say. Bro, put the primo in the bag. Put the primo in the bag.
Okay, so that's the problem with this video. Some people are doing videos of players that they've watched or haven't watched. Some are.
He's trying to act
And Liban also as well apparently did his list based on plays he's watched. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
Hasib, you should have probably said to people, don't do the plays watch thing. Just put who you think.
I blame Hasib, yeah.
I do as well because it's the messaging that comes from the
Yeah.
producer that also impacts
Sax,
the video.
I
heavily.
can't lie. It's bad.
Hold
It's
on,
bad.
hold
It's
on, hold
bad.
on. You can't talk. I remember when we were doing managerial list and you just came for Madrid.
Yeah, who would you want at Madrid?
Bro, literally, I said to him at the start, what are you doing? Nah, I've got my own list. I was like, so you're not doing the video.
Hey, no, you know what? Nah, you know what?
Bro came and did his own YouTube channel. channel on SBS.
Let's see. Let's see if they tell me that. Let's see what. I remember.
But let's talk about
I
Johan
think
Cruyff.
Cruyff had to be. First of all, anybody who doesn't have Johan Cruyff in the greatest football.
He's the
player
maverick
all
of
time.
football.
Come on, bro. This guy. I think that's. What do you say?
I call him the master. Just because I call
I
him the
think it's a perfect
maverick.
example.
Yeah.
I thought you were originally talking about Zidane, but no,
Yeah.
I think actually Cruyff,
Yeah.
perfect example. This guy is the most influential figure in the history of football.
I agree.
By a mile. But
far.
that's even like people think, oh, you're talking about what he did with Barcelona as a manager, whatever.
Forget
As a player, he was practically the manager on the pitch. No
Yeah.
disrespect to Rinus Michels, right? But what he did for that Dutch team, what he did for that Ajax team, he's the brain of the entire operation.
Mind
Talk about
you-
the blueprint. He's the blueprint.
100%.
Ajax weren't a powerhouse before that as well.
No.
Like, it was after that they became a powerhouse. You were talking about Di Stefano, you know, winning as many Champions League. 3 in a row. 70, 71, 72, I think
Yeah.
it was. Then I think 74
74
takes
World
Netherlands
Cup
to the World
final,
Cup
yeah.
final, gets player of the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, the way he played the game is almost like
Total
how
football.
now
Yeah, it's total
we're
football.
trying to play it. That's where the blueprint
Everything
starts.
that we've seen in football today, it all starts, in my opinion, from Johan Cruyff. Seriously, total football is that Netherlands team. And I always say this about Cruyff. Again, there's some players that I watch because as much as I respect the previous gen, sometimes I'll watch a player and I'm like, I don't think he was that. Like, the era is kind of weak. Like, his game I don't think is that great. But, like,
Yeah.
I watch Johan Cruyff seriously. And again, if you haven't seen any clips from him, I encourage you to do so. You watch Johan Cruyff and you're like, oh, this guy's 40 years ahead of his time. Seriously. Like, he's doing stuff that modern players do.
Yeah.
The way he's even moving off the
The
ball, the little
feints.
feints.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching a player from today transported to back then. It is crazy how smart the guy is as a footballer.
He created his own move, bro. The Cruyff turn.
Cruyff turn,
The
yeah,
Cruyff
yeah.
turn. Now like, you see everyone do it.
Yeah.
He's not created it. You know, Barcelona, was going through the period. They were struggling. It was like United, as you guys are doing that right now. You know, when he came in, he turned them into a struggling club, into who they are now.
serial club,
Serious as regarded as one of the best teams. That's I think 73 or 74, one of them.
Yeah.
For me, he has to be in there. It's must.
And even-
you talk about Ballon d'Or as well. He's got
Three-time Ballon d'Or.
Three of them
Three
as
as
well.
well, too. And
And
even
mind
as
you,
a
at that
player-
time, I think it was just for the European.
But he's by far the
players,
best
yeah.
player in the world, by far.
Miles.
And even in terms of like, bro, statistically as well, he's a goal scorer. You talk about players who can play numerous positions. You don't know where Cruyff is playing because on the pitch he might be positioned as a 9, but he's playing as a 10. He's playing on the
Yeah.
left. He's playing on
On
the
the
right. He's playing in
left
midfield.
wing,
He plays everywhere because total football is positionless football. Everybody is moving all over the place, and he's the brain of the.
And as you said
operation.
earlier, I think nobody has had a bigger ripple effect
course,
in terms of the Barca '92 team,
Yep.
which is known as the Dream Team.
Yep.
He's managing it,
Yeah.
which is almost like a full circle moment. He's managing Pep in that team. Pep goes on to manage Barcelona, plays with the philosophy that he played with under Cruyff. Messi's born after that. You think there's no Messi without Cruyff?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but the links
I
are
think there's
all
no
there.
Barca, there's no Ajax, and those are
It's-
the two football clubs
Yeah.
with like the clearest
Easily.
identity as a
Easily,
football club
easily,
ever. And I think it both stems from Johan Cruyff.
You know that 1974. I made some notes here. You know 1974 World Cup. You know he beat Argentina 4-0, Brazil 2-0, and the goal that created the Cruyff turn was against Sweden in the semi-finals.
He's one of the greatest World Cup
And then
players
the final he scored against West Germany. The final they lost.
No, he didn't score in
Yeah.
the final. No, these can score.
Captain. Captain. But
And
I
unfortunately,
can't-
lost has obviously the Netherlands
They scored after
country has
1
never
minute.
won.
yeah.
Has never
One
won a
minute,
World
yeah.
Cup.
That was the one World Cup I wish.
And you know what, Cruyff? You know what makes Cruyff so? Again, a lot of these players now we're going back in time here, right? They're all like mavericks as well too. Like Cruyff is such a maverick. In terms
Yeah,
of
he was the
smoke.
original
He
maverick.
used to smoke like a pack of
Bro,
cigarettes a day.
right after the dressing room.
He's
It was
the
my
only-
Avi for years. I
Wojciech
remember.
Szczesny does that one time against Southampton.
Yeah.
You ain't Cruyff, brother. You ain't Cruyff, brother.
Johan Cruyff is sponsored by Puma. The Netherlands
Yes,
are sponsored by
Adidas,
Adidas. He's
yeah.
the only player that refuses
Two
to wear
stripes,
3
bro.
stripes. He wears 2 stripes.
2 stripes, yeah.
And he's Johan Cruyff, so he can get away
Even
with
till
it.
today in 2025, no one could do that.
And even
He
like,
was doing that back
He's
then.
a boss.
And
Right.
also when I think of the number 14, obviously it's Thierry Henry, not Aaron,
but it's him.
Cruyff at
he is the
14, it's
OG
yours, Cruyff.
14. Because remember back then it was only 1 to 11 on the pitches. So it was an outlier that you even had that. But then also I think what you said there is off the field. The whole Catalonia independence thing with Barcelona at the time was very new. And I think he was almost
and
like
he was the one.
a forefront leader of that. And now it's very common that footballers do things off the pitch and have all these things going on. But he was almost like one of the first trailblazers. In
But he's one of the few players. If you check all the players of all time, yeah, it's always a someone rival next in the decade, like Ronaldo, Messi.
His was Beckenbauer
Zidane.
though.
So
Yeah,
But
it was
different side of the
it was
pitch.
different side of the pitch. It was always him and Pele. I think that Pele destroyed.
You say different
that-
sides, but they're basically playing against each other, bro. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pele dominated the 60s. I think Cruyff that 70s.
Attacking wise.
I think it's
him
him
and
and
Beckham.
Him and Beckham, but it was throughout. It was
As
it
in,
was
like,
it was
the most exciting attacker.
Judd Muller.
George Muller.
Judd Müller.
But also, yeah.
Puskas,
Johan
Puskas
Cruyff
was the one that
spoke
helped.
about-
He's not signed in the 70s.
He wasn't 70s
Yeah.
Puskas.
No.
It was 50s.
No.
But,
Judd Müller, his inspiration was Puskas.
but Johan Cruyff, you don't.
I'll be real.
I mean, you don't have to have watched him to hear all these amazing stories.
But
about
you don't
him.
have to watch him. But if you're a fan of football, you have
Definitely.
to research on your.
But even just as a fan of football, you would have heard about the total football era.
Bro,
You would have heard about the.
you have to
Johan
learn.
Cruyff.
Not even
You
that.
would know about all that
If you're
stuff.
Dutch,
Yeah, I mean, no, but not just Dutch. Not everyone in the world is Dutch. I'm barely Dutch. I was just born there. But I'm saying, like, but for me personally, just being that kid that was born in Holland, I just also always had an extra thing of I love to find out about the Dutch history of football.
facts.
And I don't even speak the language. I had a passport. You don't have to be Dutch to know about Johan Cruyff's legacy. Like, you always hear about total football. Everyone's heard about total football. Where the left back becomes a right winger, and that's total football. So listen, Johan Cruyff, we don't have to pitch him, and also every other player is about to come up on his list. Because in 5th place, we're in the top 5 now. In 5th place, with how many points? Cruyff had 41. This man has 54, so jumping up a little bit. In 5th place, is he the first person that everyone has him in?
must be.
No, because one person doesn't have him in. And okay, you know what? I'm trying to say yes, because this one person doesn't have him in because he's the one that's been doing plays he's directly watched. So apart from him, everyone has him in. And there's been subliminal messaging throughout this whole episode leading up to this one player. If you were watching this episode from the start, there's been a lot of subliminal messaging. It's because one man is sat here wearing his face on his jumper. It's Zinedine Zidane!
Zinedine Zidane.
Zizou!
Kabyle's finest, man. Kabyle.
1, 2, 3.
I want to
Viva l'Algérie.
I think you should get the ball rolling on this one. With that shirt, that sweater, jumper.
Yeah, jumper.
Yeah, man.
It's beautiful, huh? It's a nice guy. Yeah, Zidane, man. Honestly, this guy is football for me. Seriously, you talk about art in motion. You talk about somebody that encapsulates football the way he plays.
Yeah.
This is a genius, bro. This
Has
is
anyone ever
honestly.
scored 2 headers in the World Cup final?
Yeah, and he's not even a
Outside
player
him.
who's good at this game.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think what encapsulates a footballer, he represents 100%. The grace, the elegance, the flicks, the tricks. And the thing with him as well, too, you typically associate that kind of player with someone who's like 5'8", 5'9". Zidane's a big guy. He's tall. He's lanky. But he plays like a ballerina.
Yeah.
Honestly. In terms of beautiful football, how many players can you say played football more beautifully than Zidane?
Well,
He's an entertainer, he's a showman.
You see, what you're saying there is, for me, he made football look like the easiest thing possible.
Honestly.
There would be touches I would see him do, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I could do that. Let me go try in my garden. I'm clearing out windows.
You're wrong.
But he made it look so normal. All these other guys on our list, one thing they always did, you always question, I can't do what they do. But he made it look effortless, bro.
Yeah.
The quality that he played with, and I think earlier on when I was referencing Iniesta saying he's the best midfielder, the reason why I've got Zidane over him is that magical factor.
That's why I was asking you,
That
quality.
is
When does
something.
quality come into
That's
account?
something I feel like you can't even quantify.
You can't,
in my
you
opinion,
can't,
that
you
is just
can't.
something you just feel. And when I was watching Zidane, it was almost like this mythical figure. And the worst thing about him was every time it was the biggest stage, Champions League final, World Cup. When I'm there for the big players, he turns up every single
he's a
time
big
without
game
fail.
player.
And I was like, bro, this guy is just
Bro,
flawless.
Yeah.
And people will question and say, oh, his league consistency and all this. You was not there, bro. He
Facts.
was impactful. He was genuinely one of those players. I'm glad he played before the GA period.
Yeah.
Because right now he would not
Facts,
get the
facts,
appreciation
facts,
he deserves.
facts,
He
facts,
impacted games
Yeah.
just with his movement,
Yeah.
just with his
There's
touches,
an amazing-
just with his
yeah.
link-up play. Guys would get goals.
Yeah. There's an amazing video out right now. Ballon, he's my favorite YouTuber
Oh,
by far, right? He's a documentary maker.
top
He made
three.
a video recently on Zidane. And he kind of like talks about this story about the smaller games of Zidane. Why doesn't he have so much GA? But he actually like breaks down a few of his games, like play by play. And it's like the gravity in which he plays with. He attracts like 3 defenders.
How do you
on
think
him.
Guti was able to get 16, 15 goals that season
But
or
even
whatever?
at Juve, right? Zidane picks up the ball and 3 players immediately like are swarming towards him because
Yeah.
it's Zidane. Wow, get him off the ball as quickly as possible. And I mean, for me, he has one of the best international tournaments of all time. Like you talk about Maradona 86,
Facts.
Messi 22, Zidane 2000, Euro 2000.
that Euro 2000 is all him,
My
bro.
goodness.
From the final to the semi-final
I've
to the
watched- I'm not
quarterfinal.
gonna lie to you.
I've
Yeah.
rewatched.
I'm setting myself up here to be like, I've watched every France game from that tournament.
I believe
have
you.
a, I
I've
have a
rewatched it as
I have
well.
a cassette 98 and 2000. My family passed it down to me, bro. It's ridiculous.
I can imagine.
Not
I can imagine.
It's your birthright. Nah, it's like my uncle's back. Like my
Yeah,
my
I can
uncle's
imagine.
back.
I
in
can
the-
imagine.
He gave it to me, bro. Spain,
The Portugal.
Do you know what's crazy
It's
though?
crazy,
That
man.
tournament for me was like almost like my intro to Zizou. But then his final dance at World Cup 2006 to be like
And you
that
guys
as
know
well.
the story
You know
about
what's
it. We
mad?
talked about it that one time.
But you know how mad it is? Like,
Bro.
it's like, obviously he had the legacy tournament, like a legendary tournament, but how much winning it means and how close it was for them not winning it, because obviously didn't Wiltord score and then Trezeguet scored a golden goal.
The golden
But
goal,
I'm saying didn't Wiltord score late equaliser right at the end of the match?
Yeah.
If who was in the final? Italy.
Italy.
If Italy had won that, yes, you would remember Zidane had a great tournament, but people won't remember it as much because he didn't win it.
Yeah.
And had
It's
to
like
be two other
Cruyff in
players.
'74. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's mad because people can have such a, for example, Benzema's amazing Champions League. If they didn't make
Win the
that
final.
comeback against City,
Yeah.
wasn't it Rodrigo?
Yeah, Rodrigo.
That Benzema tournament wouldn't be as remembered.
Let me tell
It's
you
mad
the. Let me
though,
tell
isn't
you
it?
the
It's
play.
such a
Let me tell you the
small
player.
ripple
That,
effect.
but obviously you can have the best tournament, but you still need the player, another player, to come
To
clutch
help
at
you.
least
Let me
one
tell
game.
you the player
that
that
to
associates the
remember.
most to.
Go on.
Roberto Baggio in 1994.
His penalties.
Final, yeah, the
People
penalty.
associate him the most with
that
that
miss.
penalty.
Penalty
But I
miss.
promise you, ask any Italian over the age
Yeah.
of, let's say, 30, 40 years old, who's the best Italian footballer of all time.
It's Baggio.
Every last one of them will tell you
Yeah.
Roberto Baggio. But and if he had won that World Cup, he won the Ballon d'Or. If he had won that World Cup,
He'd be
this
the-
conversation on
his
top
whole
10,
legacy's
he's
different.
in
It'd be
there,
completely
bro. I'm
different.
telling you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
His whole
I'm
legacy
telling
different.
you.
That's
Well, he's the
mad.
biggest, as you said it, big game player, one of the
Yeah.
biggest. Bro, I fell in love with Real Madrid
because of him.
2002, I didn't support Real Madrid. I support Real Madrid because of him. Okay, it was always going to be Barca Madrid. Us Arabs, you know, Barca Madrid. But I fell in love with the sport. Huh?
Who's your picking? Kluivert or Zidane?
Yeah, it was.
Kluivert, bro.
Come on, no brainer.
No,
Champions League
bro,
final
I
goal,
fell
bro.
in love. He's the reason why I support Madrid, bro.
Very interesting. I just realised, you know how I said there's no joint players? There actually is joint fifth, 54 points as well. 2 players are actually in fifth. So we've got 11 players technically in the top 10. So Neymar
Ooh.
actually,
He's out.
if we're going to do 10 players, Neymar's the 11th.
Oh,
Neymar's on
Because we got we got joint fifth.
I like
so
that.
didn't
I like
notice.
that.
So he makes 10 because we got joint fifth.
I like
but
that.
exactly same amount of points as Zidane with 54 points. Does everyone have him in? No, a few people don't have him in. The only reason why he's actually joined with Zidane is someone's got him in at first. Someone's got him at second.
What?
Wait.
And he came fifth.
Oh, I know who he is.
Fawad doesn't even have him in his list.
What?
Neither does Faisal. But someone's got him first, someone's got him second.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Wait, what? There's only a couple of names that I sent to you that I'm like
Yeah, I think you know who it is.
the honorable mentions.
If you say that you forgot Ronaldo
It's
Nazario,
Ronaldo Nazario. Faisal didn't forget him, but I know he definitely didn't.
stop the show. Stop the show. Seriously.
I should slap you. No, you should.
Are you insane?
No, you should.
What?
No, you should.
You
No,
didn't
you
forget
should.
him.
No, you
What?
should. No, you should. No, you should. No, you.
No, you forgot.
If you want
You forgot.
No,
You forgot.
If you
Did
want
you
to
forget or
slap
not?
me,
Did you forget or not?
If you want to
Did
slap
you
me,
forget?
can
No,
slap
but
me.
seriously, did you forget?
I'm giving you permission.
Did you forget?
He didn't
I
forget.
didn't forget.
Oh.
He didn't forget.
I didn't forget.
Yeah.
I didn't forget. I'm sorry. This was one of those ones. I knew this was gonna be the reaction as well, and I was like, "It's him or Ronaldinho."
And you chose Ronaldinho over R9.
For me, and I like that.
Ronaldinho
like,
himself.
was splitting hairs.
Ronaldinho
Was like, no, like, yo, it could be.
Ronaldinho himself.
I want to try and put both.
Ronaldinho.
I was like, then I'm gonna tax
Ronaldinho
Van
himself would
Basten,
slap
Cruyff.
you, bro.
I was like,
Seriously,
Bro,
oh,
listen, I
man.
understand it. I understand it.
You want to talk about peak? You're talking about peak years. You're talking about Ronaldinho's peak, Van Basten's peak. R9's peak.
Phenomenal. Like 98 World Cup was my birth. I saw him run to that final. Then I saw him have the redemption arc at 02 as well.
What he did for Inter, what he did for Bar,
The
bro.
the
Quality.
Inter
Forget about
years
that. That's how
will
good of
never
a
be
player he
forgotten.
is.
They were UEFA Cup team, even though.
No,
but
just think of how good of a player he is.
Yeah.
Forget about what he even accomplished, bro. The quality of R9.
I agree.
You put Mbappe over R9. Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Oh my goodness.
Slap.
No.
It's a
You,
Scottish
I should hit you with a mug.
You don't know football.
Hey,
you just exposed
that
yourself.
mug.
You just exposed yourself. You don't know
They're
football.
our friends.
You just exposed yourself. He doesn't know football. You don't know football.
Nah, you don't know
You
ball.
don't know
You
football.
don't know ball.
Seriously, this is something
You
that
see
if you
me?
say to your
My
dad,
apology is
your
that-
dad will disown you if you say that to him. If you tell him that,
you know
he
what
will
it is?
disown you.
It's,
Seriously.
do you know what it was for me? It was
What?
Mr. Hassan's not going to do that.
You might call him up right now.
It was the achievements post 02 World Cup for me where I was just like, there's
Yeah.
too much and it's the kind of the
Yes,
Neymar
yes,
thing a little
yes.
bit, in my opinion. And I was like, the ability wise, he genuinely ranks for me top 3.
I agree.
Like I would love him
Facts.
to be on this list. But I was like, there's others that have done more.
Facts.
But ability-wise, I
You're
agree.
talking about peak. You're talking about Ronaldinho's peak.
No, you're right. No,
Hey, Ronald-
don't let
hey,
don't let them
Ronaldinho's
silence
peak ain't
you.
better than
Don't let them
Ronaldo.
silence
No, but
you.
you were just lost. You were lost.
I'm agreeing.
You
Don't let them
I had
silence.
them 9 and 10, and then I was like, nah, Hullet got to get his flowers.
Yeah. Don't let them silence you through a
R9
Kadani.
is like an alien.
Be a
bro.
man and speak for
know.
yourself.
Alien.
Bro, I was wearing a
Don't
phenomenal
let
shirt
an
last
Algerian
episode.
control you.
Yo,
Wait,
StockX,
wait,
thank you for
wait,
the R9
wait.
shirt as well. I know you
Wait,
lot sent it to me last episode.
We met R9 together.
This guy begged him like a picture, like a
But you-
fanboy.
No, you rubbed his leg. He rubbed his leg.
You made it his profile picture first time, bro.
Is he not on your YouTube background?
Yeah.
He is on your header.
Okay, listen.
You rubbed his leg.
Yo.
Listen.
And he's like,
Anna.
what's gas?
Yo, look.
Mbappe better
Di
than
Stefano.
R9. Nah, Mbappe being better than R9 is actually blasphemous, bro. That's
Anna.
actually
Anna.
sacrilegious, bro.
Anna.
No.
lost your
I've said
mind.
my piece. Explain yourself, please. How did R9 not make your list or even
Hold on.
consideration? Because I feel like you're not. You're saying there's liquor in there.
Hey, I'm not gonna say it, but cocaine, America.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yo, you better start talking now.
I don't know.
He's got a hat trick at Old Trafford.
I don't know.
Guys, this is
it's
the
gonna
kind of
happen.
shit, honestly, if you say it to just regular people,
I-
they will laugh you out of the room.
Basically.
Nah,
He's got Mbappe above
if you
R9.
tell your dad that you have
He's got
Mbappe over R9.
now.
Basically, my problem is.
Can you tell your dad that?
Seriously,
No,
can
I'm
you
not,
rank
I'm
him right now?
I'm
Please,
not.
I beg right now. I'll pay you money. I'll pay you money.
No, I'm not. He'll be. Hold on. My problem is this. I made it very clear. If you come to my club and you don't deliver for me, I look. Yeah, that's
Okay, so you got Mbappe on the list. Mbappe's come to your club and left trophies.
I literally lost all your trophies.
no.
A team that won everything.
with-
You lost the league title. lost
With
the Champions League, lost
With Mbappe, I can see a future.
No, you said if he retires now. You said if he retires now.
I can see a
You
future.
said if he retires now, he's
Horrible.
10th.
This is actually
I can see him
horrible.
with
We deserve to be laughed at.
R9. Listen, he's an all-timer, man. He's an
Why we
all-timer.
get cooked?
He's an
I'm
all-timer.
surprised
R9 is
by
an
you
all-timer, man.
Listen,
I'm shocked.
He's an
by
all-timer.
that.
Listen, I'm surprised as well. I tried to do the hipster thing, get Hullet in, but it is what it is, man. He was 11th. So
R9's a legend.
For me, he was 11th as well.
R9.
So he moved down 2.
No, seriously,
Ronaldinho,
if we're being
I
honest
couldn't.
here, right? Again, because this is why I ask, how much does quality matter here? And I think it absolutely should. We're looking
He's top
at,
3.
Bro,
No,
we're
no,
looking
no.
at- bro,
I
just
agree.
how good of a player you are. That's it. Like, that's...
Wallahi, he's
Come
top
on,
3.
bro.
Wallahi, in terms of quality, he's got the best peak I've ever seen. It's just, wallahi, bro. No, you know, you guys can't relate to it. When you come to Real Madrid, and I've got high hopes.
Real Madrid.
I've got high hopes for you.
condemned by your hopes.
You don't. You haven't delivered what I want. La Decima, it should have been you. But instead, what was it? A bit of injuries. I go to Milan. A bit drinking, a bit munching. I don't care.
R9's first year
I
around, he
don't
was
care. La Decima should have been you.
Did you just call him a fat alcoholic?
Great. Hey, R9 got more La Ligas than Mbappe does. He done more for Real Madrid than Mbappe does.
Listen, all I'm saying, you
forget
come
your
to
Capello
He
one.
went further in the Champions League than Mbappe did.
all the high hopes.
Seriously.
The first Galactico era, we signed it straight after 2002. After what you
Beckham
did in
first and now
2002,
R9, bro, my
we signed it
goodness.
straight after 2002. After we did the Brazil.
should be ashamed of
After what you
yourself,
did, you
seriously.
come Paris, all the hype. And me, a little young kid from Iraq, I'm looking at you.
I'm happy he disappointed you. I'm happy he ruined you. Honestly, I'm so happy.
Because World Cup
I'm
2000,
happy.
no,
I'm
World
happy.
Cup 2000.
I'm happy as a child you cried because
You asked me. Let me
I'm happy
explain it
now.
to you.
I'm happy. You deserve it.
2002 World Cup. I
Seriously.
looked at you. I'm like, rah. Zidane. I saw Zidane. Zidane let me down in the group stages. I saw you.
How old
Promised
are
land.
Yo, these. How old was he?
Don't worry.
Nah,
Don't worry.
I remember being of age at that World Cup. I'm like, yo, you shouldn't be of age at that World Cup, big man.
And to the best of my knowledge, we're the same age. And 2002 World Cup.
Oh, you're 5 years old, 6 years old.
I don't remember it.
Who you say? Zidane disappointed you. You was there 4 years old, like.
He should have been the one. That Decima should have been you.
Nah, honestly, that's actually sickening to not have
that's what
R9
you
in your
do.
top 10. That's actually like
Disgusting.
They let me down.
wow.
Shame on you.
No. I'll take
Shame.
it. I take it.
Who
My
else?
goodness.
Shame on
I'll
us.
take it. I'll take it.
Shame on Shoaib, but he hasn't watched him. So that's the only. That's
Fine, man.
Technically, you lot ain't even bought it.
Yeah.
No,
You ain't even watched.
the whole video.
Yeah, you ain't even watched him, fam.
whoa,
The
whoa,
hell?
Well, try. Okay, let's move on. In
That's
fourth place,
crazy.
in fourth place, only
But
one
he's an all-timer,
point,
he's an all-timer.
only 1 point above R9 and Zidane. From 54 to 55.
So you would have been above if you clowns hadn't put R9 outside the top 10.
If at least
That was
one-
name calling,
if
man.
you
Yeah, you
both-
deserve it. That's what you
If you
deserve.
both put this guy in,
And if I start getting violent,
if you both put
Honestly, still deserve
R9,
it.
if you
Still
both
deserve
just
it.
put, if you both just put R9 and 10 each, R9 will be above this guy.
That's crazy too. Wow, damn.
can I regrade?
No, you can't.
Where would you have put him then
So-
if you could regrade?
I'll put Hull at 11 and him 9th. And him 10th, Ronaldinho 9th.
So you take Hullet out your whole thing.
Yeah.
If you
He
could.
is not bad.
Okay.
Because, I mean, he's
With
got
the
the
speech he
2
gave
charity
Hullet.
points at 16th.
But if you both would put R9 and 10 each, he'll be above this man. This man only takes 1 point above him. The man in the 4th place with 55 points is Pele.
Well, I'm higher.
So Pele barely got over.
Yeah, that's mad. Isn't it? I thought he deserved more respect.
Yeah, same. This is the original goal.
He's the original
Yeah.
GOATs. Every one of us have him on the table, pretty high as well.
mean-
Fuad has him in 3rd, and the rest of us have him in 4th.
You know, if we were making a Mount Rushmore of football,
He's there.
there's 4 guys. Bro, everyone should have the same top 4. I don't know about the order. Everyone should have the same 4 players there. Does anyone have him below? Well, some people don't have him at all. But
Yeah, I mean,
anybody who voted him, do they have him below?
everyone that
Except for
voted.
Shaq, except for Shaq.
Yes.
Yeah, if you voted him, he's in your top 4.
Hussein has him in 6th, and Star Player has him in 5th. Everyone else
Why
has
even
him.
put him in there at that point? Seriously.
That was his diversity inclusion. I know him. I know his kind.
Do you know who didn't have him in? Liban. Forget Shu'aib.
What?
Liban.
putting any of these guys.
Liban, KGD, and AV.
Can I just ask, what is
But
Liban's
Liban's list and AV's list and Shu'aib's list are all based on who
players
they've
they've seen.
watched. That's why them three are not.
KGD.
KGD,
KGD's
that's
random.
KGD is random. But as Mario, but he ain't got Pele.
He said, "Bun that."
You know?
How old is KGD?
He's 20.
Maybe his thing
29.
is players I've seen too.
No, he hasn't seen Romario play live.
never
Definitely
know,
not.
man.
But yeah, Pele. Let's talk Pele a little bit. Original GOAT
He's
for
the
sure.
original GOAT, man.
I mean, 3 historical World Cups.
He is the greatest World Cup player.
3 different decades.
3 different decades. What was it? 58, 60,
60, not 60, 60,
62.
62.
62.
62 he was injured.
and 70.
62 is
70.
Garrincha's World
Yeah,
Cup. But
Yeah.
and
You-
70. Yeah.
there's a reason when we talk about Yamal and Mbappe and Neymar, when we say like the greatest teenager we've seen, it's because we haven't seen Pele. But if we're actually being real, like if we're being fair to everything, he's probably the greatest
100%.
teenager of all time, bro. I mean, to do what he did in 58,
16.
like, bro.
And what you were saying earlier about Cruyff as well, I feel like he is someone who, when you watch him, you could see he was decades.
There's an
before
amazing video out there right now. Again,
The
maybe
skill
I'm
one.
gonna retweet it tonight. I'll retweet it whenever this video drops so everyone can see it. There's a video out there that someone made of Pele doing every kind of thing you can think of: bicycle kick,
Bicycles,
left
yeah.
foot, right foot, headers,
Stepovers.
elastico, stepo,
Yeah.
everything you could. Cruyff turns,
Yeah.
and then they show the next clip. Someone else doing it in terms of like Cruyff doing it, Maradona doing it, Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
you
gotta
can
follow
can
them.
talk about the era that he played in, who he played against, but everything that came after him would not exist if it wasn't for
He
Pele,
is the
bro.
template.
He's the blueprint,
Yeah.
bro.
Their template. Yeah, well, like template.
Yeah.
It's the perfect word.
Like
Every
what-
Brazilian look at
He
him.
is,
as-
regardless, like Pele is just when you hear football, you hear Pele.
It's
innit?
one of the most iconic names.
Just
Have you ever seen that Snoop Dogg clip where he's like first name Pay, last name Lay?
I actually haven't. I'm
Bro,
not familiar.
Pele. Like,
I think
Pele.
people will always criticize as well and say, "Oh, he never left Brazil. Played Santos most of his career.
Well, he played in
and
New
played
York.
in the New York Cosmos
but that's
as well."
that's first of all, it's era,
Yeah.
and it's difficult back then
Exactly.
to play in Europe.
For me, I think it was what it was at the time.
Probably
I
didn't
mean,
have
the
a work
Brazilian
permit.
league was pretty strong at the time.
And they used to
But
play
then-
like friendlies against the European
Exactly,
teams, bro.
and they
Santos
used
are killing
to
them, bro.
slap
Yeah.
every top team that they played as well, and 1,000 career goals. I mean, Ronaldo's still chasing that ghost now.
I mean,
look,
See, look,
he included all the ones in his garden. And
yeah,
That's actually what's damaging his career a little bit.
That's the one. Yeah,
All
that's
the jokes like that actually is damaging his legacy a little bit because it's like I said in football, it's people that came before because we haven't seen them live get spoken about in a different way than like other sports. Because in football, it's you hear Pele, people go, "Ah, yeah, his goals are fake." His goals, even to the point where Cristiano Ronaldo is making them jokes on his
Well, it's
channel.
true though.
You're
It's
Michael
true.
Jordan, you're
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul. No one will ever
Yeah,
disrespect
but
him like
what's
that,
true,
bro.
Jay,
bro.
You seen the 100 points?
Yeah, but his points. Yeah, but I'm saying that people go, "Oh, but Pele, he's counting the ones in his garden, counting this." No,
Bro,
it's like-
baller league. He think
But
baller league goals counts, bro.
Well, but goals against Al Kebab, goals against Al Kebab in the Saudi league, they count all of a
Come
sudden.
on, man. He thinks back or like
Al Kebab.
what?
Those ones all of a sudden. Al Kebab.
A kebab. Oh,
I'll swear
whoa.
while we're counting these.
Oh, whoa, hey, Saudis, you know what to do, fam.
Hey, 2032, hey.
Habibi Saudiin, you know what to do, man. Hey, I'll say this Addy as well if you need it. But listen, you know how earlier I said something, yeah? I said something.
Hey, you like that one?
Love that.
Hold on, you wait 5 seconds as well.
Sorry,
But
my bad, bro.
you know what I said earlier about Mbappe, yeah?
This again.
I said Mbappe is he's reaching the all-timer World Cup status in terms of being the all-timer great. Pele is the blueprint.
We've all do every head must bow every time.
Pele is the blueprint, but trust me, give it a couple of years.
Huh?
2 World Cups, 2 more World Cups.
All right, man. Moving into the top 3.
Whatever.
All right, dog.
He even struggled to get through that. Moving into the top 3. In third place with 63 points. Remember, 130 is the max, so he didn't even get half the points because the top 2 took a lot of them.
It must be.
In third place with 63 points. Not everyone has my list, but to be fair, like I said, about 3 of these people on the list only did it based on people they've watched. So, taking out Liban, Shuaib, and AV, who only did it based on players they've watched, only one person didn't have him in this list that is doing it in general, right? So this person is very confusing. It's Diego Maradona.
Who doesn't have Diego Maradona on their list?
KGD.
Who are we? Okay, I was gonna say who's slug, but it's too big.
Bodybuilders, man. Seriously.
Hold on. His list confuses me. He doesn't have Pele and Maradona. But he's got Romario.
Who's third on his list?
Who's the top 3? Who's the top 3?
Romario's fourth for him.
Who's the top 3?
I reckon he used ChatGPT, you know. I reckon he used ChatGPT
No, he's got
and
Messi,
said
Ronaldo, and who's his
Number 1
third?
is R9.
Pele and Maradona, 2
R9.
obvious.
Number 1's R9.
This guy's all over the place, bro. Fairs.
His number 10 is Castelli.
Oh, it was him.
You know what's funny,
But
actually?
yes, Maradona.
No Pele, no Maradona, but Castelli.
Fuad
How many
has
ball league goals do they have?
Fuad has him the lowest on his table in 4th. We all have him in 3rd.
You had Pele in third?
I had Pele in 3rd, yeah.
Yeah. So.
You know what's funny, actually? I think this is a generational argument here because I think our generation all have Messi and Ronaldo as 1 and 2.
Yes.
I think you ask anybody.
When he asked your dad, who did he have first?
Maradona.
Diego.
Who would your dad say?
Diego.
I think every person that was alive to watch 1982. Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my reply.
We'll take it for I'm sure wherever he is, he has Maradona at number 1. I'm sure he does. Anybody who was like conscious to watch 82, they all say Diego Maradona.
Yeah.
Serious. And like I'm not even just saying that. Like everybody of a
86,
certain age has Maradona as their greatest. Even when Messi won the World Cup,
You can't say.
you didn't see Maradona in
You see-
'86,
yeah,
man.
they-
I'm saying
they-
82, 86. You didn't. What he did against
That 86.
what he did
yeah.
for Napoli, bro. Can I say this right now? Again, I didn't watch him throughout his career, but I think in
not.
terms of quality, in terms of just who's the best footballer of all time,
Yeah, he might be number 1.
I think it's the 2 Argentines. I'll be real.
I agree.
But I think when you take everything into account, career, numbers, longevity, someone else. But in terms of just quality, genius,
I can't lie, man. I looked at his tapes.
bro,
Wallah, incredible tapes.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The tapes that
You
I'm
get what the
watching-
OGs are saying.
I hear it. Well, I'll tell my dad. I hear it.
It's
Wallah.
like Messi.
And,
It's like, yeah.
take into account, those are not on like cream crisp
Oh, bro, come
pitches,
on.
bro. They're the boggiest, the worst pitches you've ever seen.
Worse
and
than
he's
that, bro.
still
They're kicking the
making it
shit
look.
out of him, bro.
And that's the other
Yes,
thing. as well.
yes,
Jordan
yes,
rules
yes.
against
UFC
It's like he's
fighters.
playing like a video game. He's jumping over people, jumping over
Yeah.
people.
Bro,
People are sliding. Jumping
Go
over.
watch
It's like
the
a
game
video game.
against
Right?
Italy.
Against Italy,
Like
86. Scurea
And Gentile.
and Gentile,
They're
bro. They
killing him,
set
bro.
out an assignment to kill him, essentially. And he still cooks them.
Yeah.
He still takes his country to where they need to go. For me, he's the biggest personality I think the football has ever seen.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think he's also the player that has the biggest ability to match
Yeah.
Yeah.
that personality, that size. He's just generational.
But even the story, him going to Napoli, they fought, bro. They literally said, if you don't come, we're about to kill you and your family, bro.
Yeah, mafia, bro.
Yeah, literally, bro.
But you look
when
at
he
Napoli,
took
what they were.
and he came.
But Napoli are nobodies, bro.
They were
That's
nobodies,
the
bro.
division
They were
team.
nothing,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
From second division to the first, so Serie A, and bring them to Serie A,
He won the
bro.
UEFA Cup as
And
well.
UEFA Cup as well, bro.
And that's the prime era of Serie A. Bro.
Prime
You're talking
era.
about Juve,
Prime,
Inter,
prime,
AC,
prime,
bro. Come
This is
on.
before the AC Dream Team just starts
No, but
kicking off as
even
well.
but even in that period as
Yeah.
well too, bro. They were in there at the same time, bro.
And you know how Pele's got 3 World Cups, Messi's got 1, Mbappe's got 1. but that 86 is
The
will
greatest
forever
international
be the
tournament ever,
greatest
bro.
individual.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
what he
he's
did,
got the
what he
goal
did
of the
to
century.
What he did
The
to
goal of
England.
the century
What he
is
did
all
to
him.
England. I mean, seriously. And you know what it is with Maradona? It's the way
But
every
by the
player.
way, the second goal was the name that's crazy. No, the first goal was the name that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say that.
Astaghfirullah.
In that same
Astaghfirullah.
game, he scored that that
Second
crazy
goal.
goal against. It was the
And it's
same
crazy.
thing.
Messi recreated both goals, right? But
Yeah.
I think the thing with
Yeah.
Maradona, honestly, like the way players of his era talk about him. Like you should hear the way Lineker talks about him. Basically, like he talks about him. He's like he's from a different planet.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I think that kind of talent, they just know we can't compete with this guy. That's why I keep asking you guys, how much does quality matter? Because there's some players that, for other regular players, like they're great players in their own right, but they look at them like, I can't compare it to this guy, bro. I could score 1,000 goals. Like I'm Romario, I'm Gerd Muller. I can't be Maradona, bro. Yeah. He can do things with with an orange that I can't do with a football, bro. Yeah. Different,
bro. You just see him in warm-ups, bro.
There was a clip of him you doing with the fruit, if I'm not mistaken.
When they were doing the little Ashton Hall 7 a.m. routines. They did a Maradona one, and he was doing it with an orange.
Lineker tells the story, bro. They were all playing like this charity game, basically, and Maradona. First of all, they're all watching him basically just juggle in the dressing room, right? But then he goes out. There's a clip of him describing it as well too. He goes out to the center circle while they're warming up, and he starts juggling the ball, and he describes him as basically kicking the ball directly up into the air, straight up, watching it come back down. It comes right back down, no control, kicks it right back up.
But that doesn't do it with his shin.
No,
the shin
and then watches it come back down, immediately kicks it back up. Like,
people try Ricky that today. It's hard.
It's
no
bro, come on, it's impossible,
He's one of the
bro.
best ball manipulators.
Nah, his relationship with the football is like, wow. It's
you know,
some
people
talent.
are just born with the
Talent, bro.
That's why I think him and Messi are like, you can't describe the kind of talent.
And it's crazy. If you asked, you're right. I agree. But if you ask the old heads, they would have him number one and Messi.
Because for them, what
of
he did with Germany
they saw,
and Napoli, it's like it's unheard of.
I think the biggest differences as well is personality. I think the fact that Maradona almost had that human element. Like Messi, you look at him and you say he's an alien, you might actually believe it because this guy doesn't talk. Maradona had that kind of
charisma to it,
charisma about that human element where you just think
the flaws. He has
the flaws. That's the word I'm looking for. Where you just think, oh, he's one of us still.
Yeah. Well, that's why Napoli loved him. For example, people in Napoli are, I think, from the south of Italy. They're always seen as like the lesser Italians, basically. People look at Juve, Milan, Inter, all the teams in the north. He came to Napoli and like he embraced Napoli, and that's why they loved him as well too.
Well, they named the whole stadium after him. But by the way, his full name might be the greatest name of all time.
Diego Armando Maradona. You can't be like
you can't be a mid-footballer with a name like that.
No, you can't.
No, you have to be a footballer to begin with, bro. You can't be a carpenter.
Diego Armando Maradona.
Yeah, and then 94, bro. I mean, he came back practically out from the dead, bro. Like, he was out the game. He had the cocaine allegations. He came back in the World Cup. You know, a lot of people, your dad would probably agree with this. A lot of people, bro, think he would have won that 94 World Cup if he didn't get kicked out for the drug thing.
Why couldn't they test him after the tournament?
No, but even the thing he got tested for these days, you won't get kicked out for it.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, it's not an illegal substance anymore. What he got kicked out for is
shagged him.
Bro, he spent so much time coming back for that tournament, and
Diego, man.
Listen, that's Diego Maradona, guys. If you ask most people in the street in Argentina, that's a lot of people will even say he's still the greatest. You know, which is amazing to say because the other guy we still haven't even mentioned him. You know, he's on this list. Now we're in the top two now. Of course, there's two people we haven't mentioned, and of course everyone knows who those two are. But very close. Only 6 points separate them. 116 and 110. There you go.
They gotta let that one go, man. They gotta let that one go.
116 and 110.
How did it go?
Well, to be fair, if you have someone first and second, it's only a 1 point difference, right?
Yeah.
So if you get someone second compared to first, they'd only get one more point.
Yes.
Unless.
So then, to be fair,
6 points difference.
So how many people didn't vote for Messi number one?
Basically.
So listen, I can confirm that everyone had these two
number one
in
and two.
first and second, except from one, which confuses me.
KGD, you said.
I'm sorry.
R9.
No, except from two.
Everybody.
One is KGD, and the other one's star player, but it confuses me because the guy he put one of them in fourth, but the guy he put in fourth, he's been telling me as long as I know him that he's the GOAT, but he's got him in fourth now.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So who do you have second, third? What the hell is wrong with this guy, bro?
But he's been
star player.
Star telling us that Ronaldo's the GOAT
different.
for so long. Even he put him in fourth. So who's got
Ronaldo in first?
I mean, and if people have Ronaldo in first are Liban,
R9,
Hussein, and that's it. First place is Lionel Messi.
Hey, that makes no sense.
I agree with you.
Leo.
So one Leo, two Chris.
And the second place is Cristiano Ronaldo. And Stars has Ronaldo in fourth. Which
Stars
confused me because he always told me Ronaldo was the GOAT. Forget second.
Even Liban, I swear he's basically said now he gave up that Ronaldo is the greatest. I think he prefers Ronaldo, but he's literally said
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Nations League.
Yeah, he just won. He just won.
Hashtag finish the
He just won
story.
the treble, right?
Like,
The story's already finished.
oh,
This is like the author's note at the end of the
Shameless
book.
guy. No World Cup is on treble. To explain himself. Okay, start playing.
no. Actually, yeah, you need to come on this episode.
We're
and
just talking
explain
about you.
yourself.
We're
Explain
talking about
yourself. Come.
Go on the mic.
Come here.
We're literally about to finish.
Come here.
Go on the mic right now. About to
Come
finish
here,
right
come
now.
here,
We're literally
come
about to finish the
here,
video.
Come here.
So,
Bring your head here.
so yeah.
So I got you in
we're
prime
doing,
RKO position.
We're doing top 10 players of all time.
Yes.
You put Cristiano Ronaldo in fourth.
Yes.
Why?
As
Ain't
long
he
as
your
I've
goat?
known you, you told me he's your goat. He's the goat.
To be honest, R9 was my goat.
Yeah, R9's your goat, cool.
That's
But you
what I
told
put
me
second.
Cristiano 7's the goat for a long time. So
Um,
if he's not the goat, fourth, he's not the second or third as well.
You know what it is? I was speaking to Hasib, man. You can even put it. You can put the WhatsApp in it.
Don't.
I asked, is it based on preference? Is it genuine consensus? If that makes sense.
So you think CR7?
You've got Messi 1,
Yes.
R9 2,
Yes.
Maradona 3,
Yeah.
and then Ronaldo 4.
The only one I was a bit skeptical on this, maybe put Maradona 2 instead of Ronaldo. That
So
makes
you
sense.
think those two are better than Cristiano?
Yes.
But he's your goat.
Yeah. Well, R9's my goat. Messi
You are all over
is
the place, bro.
undefined goat, obviously. So since that 2022 World Cup, yeah, CR7 4 for me.
Fair enough.
Fez, that's what I want to hear. Thank you.
Get off the airways, man.
Alright, so
I think Messi gotta be first, man.
Messi, just talk about both of them in tandem. Messi and Ronaldo. I mean, we don't have to go long. We had a long episode. Everyone knew these two were in the top two. Messi and Ronaldo. Pretty much everyone's got Messi in first, apart from three people. KJ has been third. Obviously, Hussein and Liban don't have been first either. Messi is the SDS GOAT. Rightfully so.
Period, man.
And Ronaldo, of course.
It took me the hardest to accept it, you know.
Which I find is
I
so
agree.
surprising from you.
I agree.
It took me the hardest to accept it. I accepted it. Well, at the moment I accepted it, I was always one of those, nah, it can't be. I'm not, 2018, 17, 18.
It took you that long
17, 18 is when I accepted it. There's to go.
2022, bro.
It's when he did.
for you to think
Embarrassing.
Messi was better than Ronaldo.
Yes.
Winning one competition made him the GOAT.
Yeah.
He already was the GOAT before that.
No, for me, it was the go before that.
He was the GOAT
For
from
me,
like
whether he
21
won the
years
World
old.
Cup or not,
From like
it was
22
good.
years old, at least he was the GOAT.
Bro, I can't lie. When Messi grabbed 4 goals against
I was
Arsenal
always
that
a
one
Messi
season, bro, when I started seeing that season with the goal against Deportivo, 09-10, I think is when I started thinking Messi's the GOAT. I
Yeah,
can't
he's
lie.
been the GOAT.
Do you know
for-
what-
No, when
No,
at least
I
when
knew
thought
it.
he was better
Do
than
you know what it was
Ronaldo.
for me?
I knew
It
it.
wasn't just winning the trophy, but
I
it
couldn't
was.
say it because I felt like a snake.
Okay, I hear that.
I feel like I
but
betrayed.
you knew it deep
I
down.
betrayed my
Yeah.
Madrista. You know what I mean? My deep. But you
And
know,
now you cover Barcelona as more than you cover. And Neymar's your favorite player.
no. But now it's when he did this in the celebration.
Yeah.
He scored a hattie last second.
That wasn't the same game. He didn't score a hat trick that game.
No, he scored 2 goals. Sorry,
Yeah.
last second. I was like, bro, I can't beat this man.
It's too much, bro.
I
Seriously.
can't do this,
He's again. You talk about the encapsulation of what it means to be he encapsulates what it means to be a footballer more than anything, bro. I mean, he doesn't. The guy can do everything. The guy. I think the reason for me why I always thought Messi was better than Ronaldo is, and I'm not trying to say I can do things that Ronaldo can do. Obviously not. The guy's incredible.
Yeah,
but you see things that Ronaldo does, and it's like I've seen other players do it, but he does it at such a regularity and at such a rate. I see Messi do things on a football pitch that I've never seen anyone else do, and he does it every single game.
It's the one where the ball was in the air and we went through 2 players. What's that goal he scored was again in the league and he went bang bang.
Yeah, it was 08-09. I know the
Yes.
one you're talking about.
And then the ball hadn't even touched the floor yet and he moved it with his foot, same foot he flicked it up with and went through 3. I was like,
I seriously think
it's
Messi,
one of them ones that actually is
Yeah.
like physics. It defies physics a little bit.
I seriously think with Messi, you can watch every single game of his and you come away from it like being marveled at something he did. Like you come away thinking, how did he do that?
one of the greatest goals is the goal against Bilbao in the Copa del Rey final.
Yeah.
Fam.
But even those are the main
That's
goals.
the
I'm even thinking the
normal
goal against
goal.
Arsenal where he receives it and then like dinks it
Flicked
over the
over
goalkeeper
Almunia
and then
put
does
it
that.
back,
I'm
yeah.
thinking of the goal where he goes
No, you can take the one against.
the
Bayern
drag back
Munich.
against Bilbao. You know the one against
yeah.
Bilbao, drag back, drag back, and then bottom. Like
Yeah.
he has so many. That's even the goals, bro. And then he has moments. The touch against Atletico Madrid, where it's coming down, he traps it and then nutmegs Felipe Luis and one. I'm like,
The one he went past 4 players, passes to Suarez, where it's happened. Bro, you know, Madrid players came out and Jose as well. Our whole aim is not to beat Barcelona.
this is not Messi,
It's to beat Messi. Bro, you know how Messi won Barcelona the whole leagues, bro.
bro. Honestly, during that period when Real Madrid were winning all those Champions Leagues and Barca were winning the league every.
Messi was a cheat
It's
code,
Messi,
like.
bro. Messi wins you La Liga.
We couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
But I think it would be an injustice. We spoke about Messi.
Yeah, that's what Ronaldo.
We
I
can't
was gonna
talk
say,
about
Ronaldo came
Cristiano,
second.
bro.
Ronaldo came second. Listen, Ronaldo's not bad either, is he? He
No,
came
of
second
course.
as our greatest ever player. A lot of people have him first, not in
Okay,
FPL,
can
obviously.
I say
A
something?
couple have him first.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
You can be a pure footballer nonsense. You can eye test stats, whatever it is. Yeah, I can't understand how you can't have Ronaldo. It's not just this list. You can talk about anyone. I'm talking. This is a message to everyone. You cannot have Ronaldo not in your top 3 footballers of all time.
Listen, everyone here's got him in top 2 apart from
Yeah, I think
Salah.
top three.
Top,
you have to-
maybe
top three,
Maradona, I hear it, old heads.
Yeah.
But you can't not have Ronaldo outside of the top 3.
We had this conversation recently when we were talking about what do you value more, like naturally gifted, or remember we said the player who's maximised their potential more through hard work. It just depends on what people look at, because his greatness is there to see. He's the best goal scorer in history of football.
But that's the
Obviously,
I think
problem.
that's for me what it was with Ronaldo. Why I
done
was
it in
kind of
different
fell in love.
leagues, done all that stuff. It's
Done it
all
in different
there.
It's not just that.
His
Moved
stories,
around.
yeah.
It's the evolution of his profile as well. Seeing him come to United as like this tricky, flary winger who couldn't really have that end product, to being the guy who has
He's
the
got a better
greatest
movie.
end product.
He's got a better movie.
Insane. And I think that's what I fell in love with. Whereas Messi, as you say, I always just thought, this guy's a glitch. This guy's a glitch. The glitch is going to come unstuck at some point. It's like, and then when, for me, I think the 2022 World Cup, the reason why it weighs so heavily for me, it was the personality and character he was winning games with. People will say the penalties or whatever. Go and watch how he's controlling games and how he's talking afterwards as well. I was like,
one, it was fucking nuts. Yeah,
you're letting your nuts hang this
It's
tournament.
a-
This is finally we're seeing.
he was desperate.
Because that's what I felt
desperation
from
was
him.
what-
It was
what
like the
that
last
character-
call. I'm gonna do it, and I think throughout his whole career, I think that was one thing that kind of annoyed me a little bit. He was the perfect good boy, disciplined, did things well. It was almost like what you were talking about with
It looked
Maradona,
that way to us.
but clean.
It looked
Do
that
you know
way
what
to
I mean?
us, but I heard a lot of training stories where he was very demanding. He was very like,
Oh
players,
yeah,
yeah.
he got Zlatan out the
Ultimate
club, bro.
competitor, bro.
Yeah.
He's an
Yeah,
ultimate
yeah, you
competitor.
have to be
He
to be
told
the best
Alexis
and to stay
Sanchez-
the best.
He basically told Alexis Sanchez, I don't know how you made it at Barcelona. Like you're shit, based in training. He's like, you're shit, bro. Like, pass me the
I
ball.
rate that.
He got Zlatan out of there. Let's be
By the
honest.
way-
I remember reading Zlatan's book. He was like,
Ronaldo's-
he sent a text and
Man
said,
scoring 91
"What,
goals
I'm
in
the
the
nine."
calendar year, but back to Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's longevity is what's killed him. Wallah.
But you know what it is too. Okay, but can I say one thing?
Him continuing a bit more. United. By the way, for me, he's made the worst
Going
moves
back to
of a
United.
superstar. Going back to United,
Leaving
leaving Real Madrid has literally. You know what? He could right now. If he stayed at Real Madrid for the next 6 years since we've been here, Wallah, he could be right on the go. He had everything at Real Madrid. The players,
Yeah, but also
everything
I don't
was
think he
given to him.
regrets it because the amount of money he's made.
Yes. No.
And
Deep
that's
down,
also changing a whole
I think deep
country.
down he regrets it.
Changing
Deep
the
down, he
whole-
regrets it. The
changing
money being
whole
fucked up to
country's-
Ronaldo, bro.
Changing a whole country's like future.
Bro, I don't care. I don't
Saudi
care.
is mental.
Deep down, if you ask Ronaldo right now, would you have stayed at Real Madrid in
If
2008?
he could do it all over again, he would have stayed.
He would have stayed, bro.
But
2018.
Faisal, you know what? I hear that as well too. And this is why I always say Ronaldo, no matter what he's done, because I agree the last few years have been rough, bro. But no matter what he does,
Going back to United is the only bad thing he's done.
Leaving Madrid started
a
it.
bit.
But Juventus did well.
My whole point, I don't really take the last few years into account because for me, peak is more important than what your shit years basically. How good were you at your absolute best? I do always say this though. I feel like Ronaldo's own fans though at times hurt his reputation because even the way you're saying like, oh, Ronaldo is more the hard work and stuff like that. I almost feel like we start talking about Ronaldo like he's all hard work.
No.
Ronaldo was one of the craziest young
Most
talents we've
gifted.
seen.
Yeah.
Like
Really,
Ronaldo got signed by Man United off a
friendly
crazy
season.
cameo against he didn't deadlift against John O'Shea. He didn't run a suicide against John. He skilled he literally embarrassed a great Man United team. He was an incredible talent. And on top of that, okay, of course he started like building himself in the gym. He started adding free kicks. He started becoming more of a poacher. I get all that. But people pretend all of a sudden now that Ronaldo was just like some average talent. Ronaldo's one of the best natural talents ever.
100%.
So when we talk about pure footballers, people are like, Ronaldo fans I see don't like pure football. Ronaldo is a
He's
very
still
pure
amongst.
footballer, bro. He has an amazing strike. He's fast. He's got crazy technique. He's an amazing dribbler. So I feel like people kind of went too far in that extreme.
I
Yes,
agree.
he is a lot of hard work. He's built himself. He isn't as talented as Messi. To even get himself in the conversations to Messi, you
Speaks
have to work hard.
volumes, yeah.
But just because he's not as talented as Messi doesn't mean he's some average talent, bro.
But that
He's one of the
knee-
best talents we've seen.
That knee injury ruined him. That
Euro
knee,
2004, bro. He's in the team of the tournament as a teenager.
but those 3 years at United, bro, he wasn't seen as a poacher. He was seen as an entertainer.
He's a complete
Bro, as an
attacker.
entertainer. That knee injury in 14, 15 ruined him. Jose said, brother, you can't do that gimmick anymore, bro. Stay inside the box. And look,
But I also
by
think he
the way-
became more.
by the way,
I think he became more obsessed with goals as well.
yes,
Faisal.
I agree. I think if we look at all the players that we've had, 29 players, he's the only player who's got multiple peaks.
Yeah.
Peak at United, Early stage of Real Madrid.
as well.
Bro,
Post
post
scored
30.
a lot over 400
And
goals
you know what as well too?
Messed the Champions League.
And you know what it is? You know what it is as well too?
Of course.
We haven't
Compared to
talking
ev-
about
compared to every
that.
player- Compared to almost
How many
every
World Cup
player on
knockout
this
goals?
list.
Huh?
How many World Cup knockout goals has he got now?
Nasty. That's
Wait,
nasty.
welcome knockout
How
goals.
many has he got?
Nasty.
I mean, that's always going to be the blip on his career,
That's
if we're being real.
It's a big thing.
I can't like Mbappe's got more than him. You know?
That's a low blow, man.
Mbappe's got more than him.
No, for example, right? Mbappe genuinely, and I'm gonna sound like an Mbappe hater. I'm not Mbappe. I love
course
Mbappe,
not.
but Mbappe, bro, could win as many Champions Leagues as he wants
You'll
at Real
never
Madrid.
be.
But that's my whole point when you're talking about what he's won. Bro, this is why I'm saying quality has to come into account. He's not Cristiano Ronaldo. Quality has to matter when you're talking about the greatest of all time. And Cristiano Ronaldo, at his very best, can do things Mbappe can only dream of. I'm talking just in general, compared to most players. Quality has to
Are
matter.
you saying then like Mbappe can't reach Ronaldo's level?
He will never be as good as Cristiano
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo's
legacy at
best.
Real Madrid.
No.
Never million
You're
years.
talking about legacy. I forget about legacy. In terms of how good Cristiano Ronaldo was at his best, Mbappe is not going to learn how to take free kicks like that, shoot with his left like that, jump out the gym. Cristiano is different in terms of quality.
Bro.
And I want to say this as well too, because bar maybe Romario and Van Basten, right? If you look at most of the players that we've named, and again, it goes back to what I said, most in terms of all of history of football, the number 10s and the geniuses are viewed as the greatest player. He's kind of the exception in
Yes.
terms of he's not really the old school drop deep, pick up the ball, play make and stuff like that. But he's the one exception on this entire list of greatest of all time that got there like doing it his own thing. Just a ruthless goal scorer.
Yeah, well, that's Cristiano Ronaldo and that's Lionel Messi, two best greatest players of all time. Decided by us, and obviously Maradona came in third, which probably is because it's obviously we're a lot younger. But a lot of people will put Maradona a lot higher. Like I said, both your fathers put him in first.
I think with Ronaldo, I give him the long, like how long he
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
for
yeah.
is just wow.
Of course. But let me read out the final top 10 list. This felt like an old school SS video. We spoke for over 2 hours, it feels like.
it is.
But that is for you guys to really enjoy this video. In 10th place, we had Neymar, obviously technically 11th, but in 10th because we have a joint 5th. In 9th, it was Van Basten. In 8th, it was Iniesta. In 7th, Ronaldinho. 6th, we had Johan Cruyff. Making out the top 5, we had a joint place, 5th place of Zidane and R9. 4th was Pele. 3rd was Maradona. 2nd was Cristiano Ronaldo. And 1st place was Lionel Messi. That is our final top 10 best players of all time, guys. I want to say thank you again to StockX for powering this video. Like I said, check out the description and everything you need to know more. And we will see you guys very soon for another video. Bye.